obviously for the Indian team. Yes, absolutely, Indian team. Yes, welcome back to Almighty Sports Plus, because India, yes, Team India in football has beaten Afghanistan. Yes, it's just Afghanistan. आप बोलोगे यार 150 rank and all that नहीं. I think it's all about that performance. What a performance! Brilliant performance. That adrenaline rush. I mean, that is one of the reasons you love football, of course. As someone who always wants Indian sport generally to come up, like these are the moments जो maybe will inspire a lot of young footballers. Great, fantastic win. और हाँ, हम बात करने वाले हैं यूएफा नेशंस लीग के बारे में, काफी बातें करने वाले हैं ट्रांसफर्स के बारे में. एब्सोल्युटली देयर इज अ ट्रिपल वॉच अलोंग, but we have to start with that India versus Afghanistan game. Again, Kolkata, India, they crazy. Our crowd went crazy. I think it's not just about the way we won it. इतना सारा ड्रामा था इवन ड्यूरिंग द मैच, टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ द मैच. इतना सारा ड्रामा, नेक्स्ट लेवल. सुनील छेत्री, ट्रस्ट मी, ही इज वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट इंडियन स्पोर्ट्समैन एवर. मैं बोलता हूँ हाँ, अनफॉर्चुनेटली ही इज इन फुटबॉल जहां पर हम इतना अच्छा नहीं कर रहे. बट यू हैव टू से दैट व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंडिया एंड स्पोर्ट्स, ही इज आर्ग्यूबली one of the greatest. I really believe that the inspiration that he kind of brings to उस टीम में अलग ही लेवल यार, अलग ही लेवल. He scored a fantastic free kick goal, a color of a free kick आप बोल सकते हो. Brilliant. हाँ, अफगानिस्तान के गोलकीपर got a touch, but come on, that was having a goal written on it. Absolutely. और भाई, I hope everyone watching, first of all, likes the stream, shares it. हाँ, I have shared on Twitter, I have posted on Instagram, I have posted on हमारे कम्युनिटी में. तो अगर आप लाइक कर दो सब जगह, और ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू कैन जस्ट लाइक द स्ट्रीम एज वेल, एंड इफ इन केस यू आर नॉट सब्सक्राइब, प्लीज डू कंसीडर सब्सक्राइबिंग, क्योंकि एवरी डे इज अ न्यू डे एंड एवरी लाइक एवरी सब्सक्रिप्शन काउंट्स. और एल्गोरिथम ने बताना है दूसरे लोगों को यार अंकित भी लाइव है, एंड दैट इज हाउ दे विल गेट टू नो इफ आप लोग लाइव करो. So let's do that. Let's have more people. Come on. India has got such a fantastic victory, and come on, we're just having like very few people now. 100% आप लोग जश्न मना रहे होगे possibly, but I have to say again, सुनील छेत्री, he was substituted, और फिर हमने concede किया off that corner. After that मुझे लगा था भाई here we go again, done. लेकिन यार सुनील छेत्री, why is different? जो बॉडी लैंग्वेज दिखा रहे थे ऑन द साइडलाइंस, दैट गेव देम दैट एक्स्ट्रा पंच. एक नहीं, हमें करना ही है, हमें करना ही है. आई नो, ग्रेट सहल अब्दुल समाद, ब्रिलियंट फिनिश. लेकिन यार आई हैव टू गिव टू सुनील छेत्री, ब्रिलियंट परफॉर्मेंस, वन ऑफ द गोट परफॉर्मेंसेस जो आपको मिलेगा, स्पेशली द लास्ट फ्यू मिनट्स में, दोनों ही हाफ में. मैं बोलूंगा फर्स्ट हाफ के एंड में भी ही हैड अ फैंटास्टिक चांस बाय हिज एबिलिटी, लेकिन अगेन आई डोंट थिंक ही गॉट इट. उन्होंने किक किया आई थिंक इन थिन एयर, बट आई थिंक सेकंड हाफ परफॉर्मेंस वाज फैंटास्टिक. क्या ही मैं बोलूं, ब्रिलियंट. यस, एब्सोल्युटली यार, क्या अलग ही रश था. एब्सोल्युटली, लाइक आदित्य 100% अग्रीड भाई. मतलब मैं लाइव स्ट्रीम में था उस समय, एक और वी वर डिस्कसिंग टोटली डिफरेंट थिंग्स, बट द वे इट हैपेंड, मैं बोला नहीं भाई, बाहर में गया. द वे थिंग्स आर, इट इज लाइक नहीं, it is something else, and that's why international football brings you that glory element thoda zyada, and that's why it's also interesting as much as club football is. And of course we'll come to the other matches, of course bahut sare countries ke matches hain, so we'll go through each one by one. And we are having an Italian fan in the house as always, that is Fateh, Italian football expert, and of course someone who follows English football as well. He'll be coming, वो आने वाले I think midway through the first half, लेकिन we'll be talking a lot of things about the match. आप लोग को मुझे हेल्प करना है डेफिनेटली. अगेन लाइक, शेयर, सब्सक्राइब. लाइक्स से ही बाकी लोगों को पता लगेगा. दैट इज हाउ एल्गोरिथम वर्क्स अनफॉर्चुनेटली. एंड आप नहीं करोगे तो यार इट विल बी नॉट ग्रेट फॉर द एल्गोरिथम, एंड ऑफ कोर्स इट विल हेल्प अगर ज्यादा लोग हो. हम ज्यादा डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट मैच दैट हैपेंड अबाउट इंडिया, एंड ऑफ कोर्स जो होने वाले. सो यू विल बी हेल्पिंग मी होपफुली विद मल्टीपल मैचेस गोइंग ऑन, एंड लेट मी नो व्हिच इज द मैच आप लुक फॉरवर्ड टू कर रहे हो मोस्ट इन द पोल. भाई किसने जीता इंडिया और अफगानिस्तान मैच? इट वाज इंडिया जीती. व्हाट अ कमबैक, इंजरी टाइम 91st मिनट विनर, ब्रिलियंट मैन. और वही नहीं, मतलब अफगानिस्तान हैड स्कोर्ड अ लेट इक्वलाइजर इन 90 मिनट्स एज वेल. Chetri, one of the best athletes in India across different sports, literally a legend and should be revered and loved by more people. 100% agree, 100%. 83 goals, 83 international goals, not a joke. Sorry, thoda busy chal raha hai. No problem, Sahil. Always good to see you. But again, I'm just very, thrilled कि India जीती, and of course looking forward to my team Netherlands play hopefully tonight, as well as of course England काफी इंपॉर्टेंट मैच है. नॉट जस्ट दैट, इटली की फतेह भी ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं. एब्सोल्युटली ऑन द बॉल इज वेरी woeful. टीम मैच नीड्स टू वर्क ऑन दैट. हाँ, मतलब देयर आर इश्यूज प्रथम आज, लेकिन आई वुडंट लाइक टू टॉक दैट. हाँ, डेफिनेटली लग रहा था यार गोल नहीं आने वाला, कैसे आने वाला, लेकिन हमने 2 गोल स्कोर किए. सो लेट्स गिव इट टू द टीम आज. भाई हमारे नेपाल 4 गोल खाया. वेल अनफॉर्चुनेट, नॉट ग्रेट. नेदरलैंड्स अंकित भैया जीतेगी. ओके, लेट्स होप. बाय द वे हम टीम पर आएंगे इन जस्ट अ मिनट, लेकिन हाँ मुझे लगता है नेदरलैंड्स दे मे नॉट प्ले सच अ स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम. आज ये प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, एंड दैट्स गोइंग टू बी अ गुड मैच बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन. When Chetri attempted semi-bicycle volley, it made me remember his old Mohan Bagan times. Yes, yes. बहुत ही अच्छा कमेंट वो. Today's game play is way better than against Cambodia. हाँ, exactly. और आपको याद है भाई, मतलब विंग प्ले भी काफी अच्छा था, हमने काफी फ्री किक जीते. It's just about not converting those chances, and that has been a problem for Indian sport in general, beat football. डॉक्टर अंकित स्ट्रेंज डायमेंशंस खोल के 4-4 मैच एक साथ देख रहे हैं. Chetri on side line today was like Cristiano in Euro finals to do that. So like exactly, yeah. Dembele deal rumors are that Barca will wait for his contract to expire, will let him leave as free agent, then instead of making a deal right now. Interesting. वो मैं स्टार कर रहा हूँ, and we'll talk about transfers for sure. भाई आप देखो स्टेडियम भाई गचा गच, it's kind of भरा हुआ है पूरा विद नेदरलैंड्स फैन. भाई ऑरेंज ओरान जो होता है ना, तो अलग ही लेवल का एक सीन होता है भाई. आई एम लाइक सो अट्रैक्टेड टू दैट वे इट हैपेंस. अलग ही मतलब सीन कर देते हैं. नेदरलैंड्स वर्सेस पोलैंड काफी अच्छे होने वाली है. अटेंडेंस देने आ गया मैं. विप्रा ज्योति, थैंक यू यार. और थोड़ा बहुत देख लो और लेट मी नो योर कमेंट्स अबाउट इंडियन विन. व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दैट? इज इट समथिंग दैट अफगानिस्तान बुरा थी और इंडिया वाज ग्रेट? आई थिंक इट वाज डेफिनेटली द लैटर, राइट? गोल वाज लिट एब्सोल्युटली बाय गौरव. हमने साथ में देखा था गौरव, यू रिमेंबर 80 मिलियन. वेल हाँ, वो भी डन है एग्जैक्टली. और हम बात करने वाले हैं रियल मैड्रिड के. डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. शाम एज ऑलवेज. Yes, let's like the stream and share it so that more people can join in. Absolutely. Pretty sure it's a Saturday night. A lot of people might, be on outings. I don't know. लेकिन आज बवाल मचने वाला है, even in Euros, or rather Euros बोल रहा हूँ, Nations League. क्यों? क्योंकि we have 4 matches, not 3, 4 matches. उसमें 3 टीवी पर आ रहे, इसलिए मैं बोला ट्रिपल वॉच अलोंग हम ट्राई करेंगे. लेट्स सी. और आप लोग मुझे हेल्प करने वाले. एब्सोल्युटली अग्वेरो मोमेंट टाइप मैन. ब्रिलियंट. एब्सोल्युटली यार, वो एक when it happens with your country, it's really emotional. Absolutely. And even more than that, अंकित भाई लोग डिफेंडर्स की बात कर रहे थे. या एब्सोल्युटली बहुत हाइप था. मुझे प्लेयर भी अभी भाई सही लगता है मॉन्स्टरस. वेल अगेन, मतलब डिफेंडर्स ना क्या होता है, लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर कंसिस्टेंसी. आप यू डोंट गो विद द मेक और हाउ द डिफेंडर है इन टर्म्स ऑफ गेम प्ले. आप कंसिस्टेंसी चाहते हो. गोलकीपर्स एंड डिफेंडर्स में द लेस मिस्टेक्स यू मेक इज बेटर. वो मेरा ओल्ड स्कूल मेंटालिटी है. जस्ट पुटिंग इट आउट देयर. Build from behind is something Steve Match has tried since 2019. He said, give me some time and you will see the improvements. Today it's been showed. Yes, we need more time on Tiki Taka, but now better game. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, we will be talking lots when Fateh bhi jud jaye about Indian football and of course the win and of course where we stand in the AFC Asian Cup. Pretty much sure, yeah, hum ho jayenge qualify. Having said that, as I said, there are 3 matches. Of course, starting with, I know मैंने टीवी में अभी नेदरलैंड्स वाला मैच लगा रखा है अभी के लिए, but we will have the watch along for Italy game. Italy England game is huge. Why I'll tell you. Again, मैं कौन सा विंडो शेयर करूँ देखता हूँ. Let me share the group वाला विंडो. ठीक है, तो ये रहा आपका स्टेटस. और हाँ, मैं 2 दिन से आया नहीं वॉच अलॉन्ग में because we were doing other content. और यार by the way, quick announcement for people who do not know about Almighty Blues FC. We have started our membership. ठीक है, Almighty Blues FC में काफी membership levels हो गए. तो if you want to join, you are more than welcome if you can afford it. Brilliant. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर नहीं भी, always keep supporting on both the channels जैसे आप करते आ रहे हो. लेकिन हाँ, it'll be good if you can do that, if you can consider that. Brilliant. लेकिन of course we did a great Who Am I Today? Who Am I with a twist? So वो देखना मत भूलना. अगर you missed it, you missed lots, but you can always rewatch. Trust me, it is banging. Having said that, तो यहाँ पर देखो क्विकली ग्रुप्स पे देख लेते हैं. डेनमार्क, ऑस्ट्रिया, क्रोएशिया, फ्रांस इन रेलेगेशन जोन. यस, दैट्स अ रियल थिंग. ऑस्ट्रिया लग रहा है मुझे, द फैक्ट दैट वो वर्ल्ड कप में नहीं है, एक एक्स्ट्रा मोटिवेशन फैक्टर लग रहा है उनका. क्रोएशिया इन द स्ट्रेंज वे आप बोलोगे वो काइंड ऑफ लकी टू विन यस्टरडे, बट आई थिंक अगेन इंटरेस्टिंग हो गया ग्रुप उसके कारण, बिकॉज फ्रांस हैज टू गो फॉर द विंस इन द लास्ट 3 मैचेस. पोर्चुगल, स्पेन, चेक रिपब्लिक और स्विट्जरलैंड. और हाँ, अगेन स्विट्जरलैंड भी देखो, यू डोंट वांट टू गेट रेलेगेटेड टू लीग बी. दैट इज द थिंग, क्योंकि आपका यूरो सीरीज पर इफेक्ट करता है ना, ऑफ कोर्स योर डिपेंड्स ऑन a lot of other factors as well as to what kind of teams you pick in the future. अगर लीग भी में खेलते हैं तो can you kind of experiment as much, can you kind of not experiment as much, can you play a first team? तो इसलिए मैं बोलूंगा यार, let them actually go, and of course you will not qualify आप ट्रॉफी जीतने के लिए. तो I think there are a lot of question marks. मुझे लगता है यार लास्ट 3 गेम्स में द टीम्स विल टर्न अप, एंड आई फील दैट मे बी एक हफ्ता थोड़ा सा रेस्ट लिए कुछ प्लेयर्स, नाउ मे बी दे विल प्ले अ स्ट्रॉन्गर टीम. दैट्स माय ओपिनियन. आप बोलिए आपको क्या लगता है. बट अगेन टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस ग्रुप, बिकॉज यहाँ पर मैच हो रहा है आज. इटली इज ऑन टॉप. यस, अगेन लाइक ऑस्ट्रिया, एक टीम जो नहीं क्वालिफाई की है वर्ल्ड कप में, एंड दे आर ऑन टॉप. नो कोइंसिडेंस वहां पर. हंगरी अगेन देखो 3 पॉइंट्स. जर्मनी और इंग्लैंड, इंग्लैंड रिलेगेशन जोन, तो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट मैच इंग्लैंड के लिए. इंग्लैंड नीड्स टू गेट मिनिमम 1 पॉइंट, मिनिमम तो चाहिए ही, मैं बोलूंगा एब्सोल्युटली. ठीक है. ग्रुप A4 में क्या है? नेदरलैंड्स, बेल्जियम, पोलैंड और वेल्स. अच्छा, बाय द वे यहाँ पर हंगरी होस्ट करी है जर्मनी को, तो वो भी विल ट्राई एंड कीप एन आई ऑन. लेकिन नेदरलैंड्स, बेल्जियम, पोलैंड और वेल्स, आप देखो नेदरलैंड्स ऑन 6 पॉइंट्स. अब ये प्रॉब्लम क्या होने वाला है, जैसे मैंने बोला देयर आर लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स इन नेदरलैंड्स टीम जो छुट्टी पर चले गए, एंड दैट्स अ रियलिटी इंक्लूडिंग वर्जिल वैन डाइक. तो मे बी दे विल प्ले अ वीकेंड टीम. देखते हैं नेक्स्ट. और यहाँ पर नेशनल एंथम गाए जा रहे हैं. दे आर प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट पोलैंड, whereas Belgium are playing against Wales at Wales. So again Wales need something. Maybe I would say एक win चाहिए Wales को, तो वो भी काफी इंटरेस्टिंग गेम होगा. इसलिए मैं बोला we cannot avoid any game आज. It's basically getting to that crunch juncture. और भाई नेदरलैंड्स का एक तो आप स्टेडियम देखो, आप देखो बेसिकली और टीम, भाई वो कलर स्टैंडिंग आउट मैन. आई लव इट मैन, आई लव इट. जस्ट नॉट द कलर, ऑफ कोर्स एक स्पिरिट दिख रहा है आज नेदरलैंड्स का. बढ़िया स्पिरिट दिख रहा है, काफी बढ़िया स्पिरिट दिख रहा है. और यहाँ पर हाँ, मैं बहुत सारे कमेंट्स नहीं दे रहा हूँ अभी, क्योंकि यार किक ऑफ होने वाला है, और मैं क्विकली यहाँ पर लाइनअप दिखा देता हूँ. नहीं तो लोग गाली मारेंगे, यार भाई आप एनालिसिस क्या कर रहे हो, खाली इंडिया की बात कर ली और बेसिकली ग्रुप्स दिखा दिए. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. कम ऑन, लेट्स काइंड ऑफ शो द इंग्लैंड इटली वाला पहला, क्योंकि लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ द न्यूट्रल वो सबसे ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट बिल्डअप हो रहा है उसके लिए, बिकॉज ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ द गेम इन द नेशंस लीग. आप देखो यहाँ पर फिर से प्रॉब्लम है ट्रिपियर एट लेफ्ट बैक. दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी. ठीक है, नॉट अ ग्रेट चॉइस. लेकिन माउंट अगेन इज प्लेइंग. कितने गेम्स खेलेगा भाई, कितने गेम्स खेलेगा. सरप्राइजिंग इज राइस इज आल्सो प्लेइंग, काफी सरप्राइजिंग मेरे लिए. हाँ, हैरी केन नॉट स्टार्टिंग, इट्स टैमी एब्राहम स्टार्टिंग इन मे बी अ मस्ट नॉट लूज गेम फॉर इंग्लैंड. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है मेरे लिए वो पॉइंट. मगवायर continuously working game, लेकिन रीस जेम्स comes in because ट्रेंट गए छुट्टी पर फ्रॉम व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड. इटली का काफी इंप्रेसिव. आई एम वेरी सरप्राइज. नॉन्टो कहाँ है? नॉन्टो, वेयर इज नॉन्टो मैन? नॉन्टो इज ऑन द बेंच. सो नॉन्टो इज ऑन द बेंच. लेकिन आई थिंक द गाय फ्रटेसी, उन्होंने इंप्रेस किया था फर्स्ट गेम, आपको याद है तो. एंड दैट इज समथिंग आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू. आई नो आज पोलिटानो नहीं है, बट I think Pessina is decent. Again, maybe Fateh might overlap Pessina क्योंकि वो left footer from what I remember. And then of course, experience center of Cherby is there. लेकिन interesting about the fullbacks that they've gone for today. लेकिन हाँ, Locatelli थोड़ा experience लाएंगे आज, तो hopefully मिलेगा बहुत सारा kind of possession for Italy as well, not just England. It will be kind of mixed, I would say. लेकिन हाँ, what are you thinking? What are your score predictions? England versus Italy. इंग्लैंड के लिए मस्ट नॉट लूज है. इटली के लिए आई थिंक इट्स नॉट दैट. लेकिन हाँ, मैं बोलूंगा आज इंग्लैंड प्लेइंग एट होम, दे शुड विन द गेम. कम ऑन, आई नो राइवल्स. व्हाई राइवल्स? रिवेंज ऑफ यूरो 2020 आप बोलोगे डेफिनेटली. सो कम ऑन, वहां पर कुछ एलिमेंट आएगा. मे बी दैट इज व्हाई आई थिंक माउंट, राइस एटसेट्रा खेल रहे हैं, एंड ही डिडंट डू टू मेनी चेंजेस. आई डोंट नो, मतलब आई डोंट अग्री विद दैट, बट इट इज व्हाट इट इज. आप देखो बेंच भी काफी स्ट्रांग है. नॉट अबाउट इटली. लेकिन अगेन आई वाज होपिंग दैट Raspadori will play. I was hoping that basically you will have Politano. लेकिन नहीं, it's okay. Not a bad one. Donnarumma obviously captaining the side. लेकिन again, what about the other teams? और मैं comments पर आऊंगा. Don't worry about that. I'll come to the comments. और ये सब लोग लाइक करना मत भूलना. अगेन डू लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब. और अगर शेयर कर सको तो ब्रिलियंट, एब्सोल्युटली ब्रिलियंट. दैट यहाँ पर ऑफ कोर्स मेरी टीम तो दिखाऊंगा यार. कम ऑन, नेदरलैंड्स वर्सेस पोलैंड. हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स आफ्टर इंडिया. लेकिन हाँ, Nathan Aki playing interesting again, and De Vrij and Timber Manchester United fans काफी interested देखते हुए आज. definitely Burgos, who's been the player of the tournament for Netherlands, arguably आप बोलोगे, और has it been Depay coming back to form? I don't know. Dumfries again player linked to Chelsea, मैं देखना चाहूंगा वापस से. I love the guy anyway. और पोलैंड में interestingly we don't have the Lewandowski is not there. तो Lewandowski आज नहीं खेल रहे क्या? That's what it seems like. Poland में नहीं खेल रहे, looks like. I don't know if he is injured or what, or is he having Barca talks? मुझे पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है, लेकिन हाँ, it is what it is after all. Matty Cash है, Piatek is not too bad. Zelensky हम देखे हैं, pretty decent है on his day. Bednarek also can be pretty decent on his day. Kirkova gets a lot of experience. So I think there are options here. Zalewski is again a good guy, I would say. Decent team है. मतलब मैं बोलूँगा again predictions quickly people. Predictions Netherlands 5 Poland 1 सुमन बोल रहे हैं. मैं बोलूँगा भाई Netherlands Poland it will be 1-1 आज. चलो 2-2 जाते हैं. 2-2 जाते हैं क्योंकि फर्स्ट टीम नहीं है. यहाँ पर किक ऑफ हो गया इंग्लैंड इटली का. England Italy I am going for England to beat Italy by 2-0. Yes, 2-0 England to Italy. और हाँ for a change they'll score 2 goals early. Let's see, let's hope that. लेकिन हाँ Netherlands और Poland high scoring रहेगा. लेकिन Wales Belgium भी है, तो I cannot forget that because काफी important group है for especially for Wales. It's a do or die match almost. शेजनी का क्या चक्कर है? निखिल पूछ रहे हैं. Even I'm not sure to be very honest, निखिल just upfront. लेकिन हाँ देखते हैं क्या प्रॉब्लम है. Having said that, यहाँ पर वेल्स बेल्जियम का क्विकली देख लेते हैं एज वो भी किक ऑफ हो गया इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. तो बेल्जियम आज काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग साइड खेल रही है. आई नो बादशुआई आप बोलोगे इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं है, लेकिन इट इज व्हाट इट इज राइट. टिलेमंस, विट्सेल, डेंडोंकर, मुनियर, डी ब्रुयना, करास्को, ट्रोसार्ड, भाई काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग साइड है बेल्जियम का. वेल्स ऑफ कोर्स फॉर देम एक्सट्रीमली क्रूशियल. तो आई थिंक अगेन वो भी काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग खेल रही है. आई थिंक ऑन इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वालिटी आज मैं बोलूंगा वेल्स बेल्जियम बेस्ट रहेगा. आप बोलो कौन सा बेस्ट क्वालिटी मैच रहेगा? मेरे ख्याल से वेल्स बेल्जियम. और वहां पर मुझे दिख रहा है इट विल बी अ ड्रॉ अगेन, लेकिन आई एम सीइंग 1-1 ड्रॉ वेल्स बेल्जियम. आप बोलिए. मैं जा रहा हूँ 2 स्कोर ड्रॉस एंड 1 विक्ट्री, दैट इज फॉर इंग्लैंड. मैं जा रहा हूँ उसके लिए. और अभी आ जाते हैं भाई उसके पहले की गाली दे लोग. एंड ऑफ कोर्स वी आर वेटिंग फॉर फतेह एज ऑलवेज. Get the likes going, people. Absolutely, get the likes going. I'm hoping 50 like हो गए होंगे. Come on, just for India winning the way that they did, and of course, a lot of transfers. Liverpool fans, Real Madrid fans, happy होंगे. What a chance for Italy. Fratesi with a brilliant chance. Pessina playing him in, और यहाँ पर Fratesi मारे wide. वही problem रहा इटली का, and that is why they didn't qualify for World Cup also. What a brilliant ball, भाई. Bad defending by England. और या पीपल अगर बाकी गेम्स में कुछ हो रहा है तो प्लीज बता देना. मैं थोड़ा सा आई थिंक आई विल बी स्विचिंग बिटवीन इंग्लैंड एंड नेदरलैंड्स गेम ऑनेस्टली, बिकॉज ये दोनों थोड़ा सा सॉफ्ट स्पॉट रखता हूँ दोनों के लिए, राइट. नेदरलैंड्स तो ऑब्वियसली, लेकिन इंग्लैंड भी थोड़ा सा रखता हूँ. PSG ऑफ नेशंस लीग, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट, दे हैव वन इट. बट यहाँ पर अच्छा डिफेंडिंग करते हुए पोलैंड अगेंस्ट नेदरलैंड्स. Darwin Núñez, here we go, Ankit. Work for Chelsea defenders against us next season. Well, I am envious हूं मैं, simply put. लेकिन यार ऑल द बेस्ट. मुझे नहीं लगता वो 100 मिलियन स्ट्राइक करे, बट आज के मार्केट में देना पड़ता. तो आई थिंक इट्स फेयर इनफ, टोटली फेयर. एंड आई थिंक वो प्रॉपर मेंटरशिप मिलेगी अंडर फिर्मिनो, अंडर क्लॉप. आई थिंक he'll be brilliant come say दिसंबर में बोलूंगा. Ankit, Tammy starting is playing in Serie A, big factor Southgate going for him against the Italians. No, not really. I was thinking that maybe आज वो उसके लिए हो, लेकिन the fact that Kane has played a couple of games now, I think that is the main reason. I don't think it will matter a lot. ऐसा नहीं है again कि Italy are playing with the strongest team on paper, right? I mean, you can say that. Well, even okay. Chetri the goat, exactly. Yeah, England 2-1 Italy. Okay, Aditya बोल रहे England 2 Italy 1, same as me from what I remember. And ये मैंने पढ़ा था already. Yeah, I'm not sure, Nikhil. I'll take a look. Italy draw, interesting. You need to let us know when you get invited on other streams outside India. Last night you were at Man United Jinda giving your views on Chelsea. I thought मैंने share किया था. I thought I shared it. I share it on multiple platforms. I don't know if you guys are following me, Matata United especially. आप अगर follow नहीं कर रहे हो तो please बताइए, क्योंकि I have shared it on Instagram, I shared it on Twitter, and I think I put in YouTube as well. I'm not sure if I missed something. If I missed, I apologize, but I always put a story. I always retweet and I quote tweet as well again when I'm going live at that time. Like, certainly if you guys can just put on your notifications for my Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, that's brilliant, right? Absolutely. और हाँ, I am glad that I was called. It was a great show, absolutely. भाई लोग आई नहीं मैच देखने, ज्यादा स्टेडियम इज एम्प्टी. हाँ, तो दिस इज आई थिंक एक प्रॉब्लम है. आई थिंक द प्रॉब्लम इज इंग्लैंड आज एम्प्टी है फॉर अ रीजन. आई थिंक देयर इज अ रीजन फॉर दैट. आई थिंक इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग वुल्व्स में है देयर इज अ पेनल्टी और समथिंग लाइक दैट. अगेन किसको मालूम है एग्जैक्टली बोलिए, बट आई थिंक मैंने पढ़ा था ये बात डेफिनेटली. हजार्ड कहाँ है? हजार्ड भाई रेस्ट कर रहा है। हजार्ड रेस्ट कर रहा है आज, लेकिन हाँ कोई नहीं हुआ, हजार्ड का टाइम आएगा, बेंच पर है। पहले 2 मैचेस में ही वाज अपीयरिंग, सो आई थिंक फेयर इनफ, फेयर इनफ। दे आर प्लेइंग द वुल्स ग्राउंड, यस एब्सोल्युटली वुल्स में है। मे बी डार्विन नूनेज मे बैकफायर फॉर लिवरपूल, आई डोंट नो व्हाट बैकफायर। द प्लस पॉइंट इज वो काफी यंग यार, तो आई थिंक ये इट कैन ओनली गो अप, इट कैन नॉट गो डाउन मेरे ख्याल से। और एटलीस्ट वो स्टैग्नेट रहेंगे, मुझे मेरे ख्याल से डाउन तो नहीं जाने वाले। जो मेंटरशिप और जो इंप्रूवमेंट दिखाया है क्लॉप ने, मे बी डियो जोटा, मे बी लुइस डियाज 6 महीने, वो दिखा है यार। क्लॉप डज इट, ही इज अ ब्रिलियंट कोच एज वेल। Ramsdale is good to test now. Okay, the Ramsdale, of course, in between the sticks. Netherlands 2, Poland 1. Score draw hoga. Let's see. Really want Indian football to improve at grassroots levels, get more exposure, and start playing at a higher level, so that one day we might play in World Cup. I will be that 70-year-old uncle stadium. Aditya, मैं भी रहूंगा hopefully. Certainly. लेकिन big up यार, जो भी यार Indian football को basically support करते हैं, despite the things. I think it is not easy. It's not easy. Let's be honest about it. It's just like कैसे मैं compare करूँ? Maybe आप club football में जैसे relegation teams के साथ करते हो ना, relegation threatened teams, almost वैसा है, in Indian football in terms of national team, इतने सारे problems हो रहे हैं। जैसे मुझे याद है पोर्ट्समouth के साथ हुआ था, इतने सारे ऑफ फील्ड प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, फिर भी यार we are getting there just or there about, right? Absolutely. What's in Maguire that every manager is ready to drop him, not even rest him? Exactly. I think यहाँ पर argument can be Matata United that maybe Southgate is probably trying Maguire का confidence बढ़ाते हुए, before the World Cup. He wants यार Maguire should be the player जो थे यूरोज में अच्छे थे. Let's be honest. I think वो एक हो सकता है reason. और the fact that back four में maybe बाकी option कौन थे? Connor Cody and all that. I don't think वो back four में इतने suit करते हैं. I don't know if there's a better centre half on the bench. Connor Cody, John Stones है भाई, John Stones है on the bench. Interesting. That's interesting. Again, that's fair comment. Matara United, absolutely. If Aditya is 70, that means Ankit by 100 plus. अरे भाई कुछ भी. निखिल, come on यार. ऐसे टांग मत खींचो. It's like I'm literally 18 years old man. तो literally अगर आदित्य 0 भी तो मैं 88 होऊंगा ना. Just saying. Wales code. Okay, thank you for sharing. यहाँ पर मैं ऑन करके रखता हूँ. वीरस यार मेरा तो दिखा नहीं रहा है स्कोर. अभी हुआ क्या जस्ट? हाँ अभी हुआ जस्ट. अरे अम्पडू, इतना अम्पडू स्कोर मैन. चेल्सी बॉय स्कोर्स ब्रिलियंट. इतना अम्पडू अच्छा कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डर, लेकिन आई डोंट सी हिम एज अ चेल्सी सेंटर बैक एनीवे इन द फ्यूचर, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट. मिडफील्ड मे बी, और वो इंटरेस्टिंग है फॉर बेल्जियम, ही इज प्लेइंग मिडफील्ड. Sorry, for Wales. It's very interesting. If we keep supporting, watching the matches, we will improve. उनका करवाना पड़ेगा. Exactly. I think whatever coverage ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. That is the whole point. आप limelight में आओगे, negatively or positively, you are more conscious as a team. You are more conscious as a board. 100% agree with football creeks यहाँ पर. Chomani done, Rudiger done. अब right winger चाहिए. It's not easy to cope with the playing style of Indian football after watching these European teams. There should be increased number of games in India. हाँ मैं बोलता हूँ यार India should go for a lot of friendlies. अभी यार COVID times better हो रहे, touch wood. I know काफी जगहों में वापस COVID फैल रहा है, तो again please take care of yourselves everyone. और again like everyone, do like, share, subscribe. It will certainly mean a lot, so that easily हम double हो सकते हैं यार जो देख रहे. Come on. हम हमारे now I know it's like late in the night in India, but we have about 3,000 odd people in the subscriber list. Hopefully यार if you can just like the stream, automatically उनको reminder मिल जाए कि हम भी live है, और just like the community post और Insta and Twitter post. यहाँ पर अच्छा England hit the bar. Was it Mason Mount? Mason Mount hits the bar, man. बहुत ही अच्छा प्ले इंग्लैंड का. आई थिंक यहाँ पर लग रहा था कि यार मेसन माउंट पास करेंगे टू टैमी हु वाज कमिंग इन, लेकिन टैमी वाज लेट, और उसके लिए मेसन माउंट डिसाइडेड कि ही विल गो फॉर द शॉट और हिट द बार. मैन दैट बार अभी तक शेक हो रहा है, एब्सोल्युटली अभी तक शेक हो रहा है. ब्रिलियंट ना. लेकिन हाँ, जिडान टू पीएसजी रूमर्स. हाँ बाय द वे आदित्य, आपको आई एम होपिंग आप कल स्ट्रीम में थे ऑन ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी, बिकॉज आई थिंक वहीं किया था क्या हमने ट्रांसफर स्ट्रीम किया था. So the thing is, Zidane to PSG, यार as per the French sources लग रहा है अभी भी, despite वो मार्से में थे पहले, remember all those years back, लेकिन फिर भी लग रहा है their rival PSG might manage. लेकिन I think his manager or his agent has said कि नहीं, कुछ बात नहीं अभी तक. No, that doesn't say कि नहीं होने वाला है. तो I think होने वाला है, just that अभी तक कुछ हुआ नहीं, मुझे वो लग रहा है. Why not try Stones and Tomori center back pairing, or maybe that's a good option. That's a good option for Mings. लेकिन नहीं, Mings मैं agree नहीं करता हूँ. Tyrone Mings काफी hyped है. Simply put hype मैं बोलूंगा. Tyrone Mings just because left footed है, करते हैं यहाँ पर बढ़िया क्रॉस भाई. इटली कर रही है प्रॉपर अटैक उस चांस के बाद. ओ मैन, कोई था ही नहीं बॉक्स में. इटली का इतना अच्छा चांस था इन द बॉल इन द बॉक्स, यहाँ पर ऑन काउंटर स्टर्लिंग टेकिंग द बॉल, लेकिन इटली हैज डन वेल. आई थिंक इटली इज कम बैक टू द गेम लास्ट फ्यू मिनट्स में काफी. लेकिन हाँ, अगेन टोमोरी इज ब्रिलियंट. अभी भी मैं बोलूंगा देयर आर सम मिस्टेक्स इन टोमोरी. काफी लोग वो देखते नहीं बिकॉज नॉट वॉचिंग एवरी मिनट ऑफ सीरी A. अगेन आई वॉच्ड हिम वेरी क्लोजली. अभी भी मिस्टेक्स है, लेकिन he's improved a lot as well again. मैं बोलूंगा यस, दैट्स अ गुड शाउट, एब्सोल्युटली गुड शाउट. Hungary scored. Hungary scored. People. Hungary scored against Germany. भाई साहब, मैं वो वाला तो खोल कर नहीं रखा हूँ स्कोर. मैं 3 खोल कर रखा हूँ, लेकिन हाँ, लेट मी जस्ट सी. हंगरी, मैं जर्मनी वाला मिस कर दिया था भाई. पीपल सॉरी अबाउट दैट. हॉफमैन स्कोर्ड फॉर जर्मनी 9th मिनट में, और नागी विद अ गोल फॉर हंगरी 9th मिनट में. 6th मिनट में एक्चुअली हंगरी स्कोर्ड एंड देन जर्मनी स्कोर्ड. ओह, अदर वे अराउंड. जर्मनी जस्ट स्कोर्ड यार. ये क्या हो रहा है भाई. हंगरी जर्मनी भी काफी अच्छा मैच हो रहा है. आई डोंट नो इफ यू आर एबल टू सी दैट मैच. मैं तो वो मैच देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ बिकॉज 3 टैब्स लिटरली खुले. व्हाई नॉट ट्राई स्टोन, वो अच्छा वो हमने ले लिया था भाई. Why is Major League Soccer so underrated? Bhai, the problem is Major League Soccer is so underrated because of, I think, the consistency. आप देखो, अगर वर्क रेट में the players that are there वही है. In terms of skill, अभी भी I think Major League Soccer can get better, but in terms of work rate, in terms of commitment, in terms of जो thrill मिलता है, in terms of the matches, काफी अच्छा है. Even the crowd काफी अच्छा होता है. So I don't think there's a problem. The problem is just the quality. Quality is something that people don't see as compared to Europe, as compared to South America. Obviously, come on, let's be honest about it. हाँ, लेकिन obviously Asian league से तो ज्यादा रेट होता है definitely. हेलो तो तन्मय, हाउ आर यू भाई. मतलब चेल्सी का न्यूज लाओ भाई. तन्मय क्या हुआ. Sahel Abdul Samad should be scouted to English second division leagues. If everything goes well, he may get a chance as Robertson had as he came from Hull City, and now you can see the result. Hopefully. The Benteke failed at Liverpool because of being number 9 or what? Will Nunez face the same issues? No, I don't think so. Patata United, Benteke failed because Benteke failed. Simply. I don't think of formation का कुछ है. I think Benteke ने हगा था. He didn't take the opportunity. Simply put. हाँ, maybe Liverpool play a pressing style. They play a different style where they need the striker to come back, do a lot more. Maybe like a Firmino. लेकिन नहीं, आप ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते हो. लेकिन आप देखो more recently, they have changed their approach as well. Diogo Jota. A short Diogo Jota can do what Benteke expect कर रहे थे ना. तो मुझे नहीं लगता the reason is Klopp or Liverpool. The reason was Benteke. In terms of Nunez, I feel कि यार अभी it's too early to call. I certainly believe that वो potential जो दिखाया, not just in one match or 2 matches in the Champions League, but throughout in the Portugal Superliga. So I think you have to give the credit कि नहीं, he has really broken the bank in terms of performance. But हाँ, would you start him? मैं start नहीं करूँगा. So can he fit in maybe few months back? थोड़ा slowly bend in करे? Absolutely, 100%. Because Firmino है, Jota है, मतलब काफी options है उनके पास, और he's not a winger anyway, Darwin Núñez. So उसको time मिलेगा and he won't be given कि यार आप first team में हो गए because 100 million all that. नहीं, 80 million plus 20 है by the way, right? नहीं जाना चाहिए यार. जीजू लग रहा है जाएगा. और वही इमेजिन करो मैड्रिड फैंस जो फीलिंग है पीएसजी के साथ, स्पेशली जो मैच था नॉकआउट एंड देन एम्बाप्पे सागा, तो अलग ही लेवल. इमेजिन इफ देयर स्टार मैनेजर इन द रीसेंट पास्ट और आर्गुएबली लास्ट डेकेड में बोलता हूँ इजीली, Zidane going to PSG. Imagine that. Thoughts on the one and only Callum Pino. यार thoughts are like the guy should go on loan. 100% should go on loan. कोई doubt ही नहीं है मेरे mind में. हाँ, he has his moments. He can be direct, लेकिन वो ये it's a mental problem for him. Mental problem means, don't get me wrong, वो इतना basically positively नहीं लेते in terms of the gameplay, in terms of the aggression, in terms of basically एक होता है ना going on the front foot. That is the main problem. Absolutely, that is the main problem. तो otherwise I think it's fine. ऐसा नहीं है कि यार एकदम हगे, like he's had his moments. मैं बोलूँगा loan, let him get the confidence back and try much more, be more direct. यहाँ पर यार इंग्लैंड इटली का वाला गेम थोड़ा सा बोर मार रहा है मुझे, तो मैं जा रहा हूँ नेदरलैंड्स पोलैंड पे, नेदरलैंड्स पोलैंड थोड़े से मिनट्स में। और बाय द वे डू लेट मी नो जो भी होता है इंग्लैंड वाले गेम में एंड ऑफ कोर्स वेल्स वाले गेम में, ऑफ कोर्स हंगरी वाले गेम में, मैं चेंज करते रहूंगा तीनों ही चैनल्स। When India play low block and counter attack, we are hard to break, especially when we play against Qatar. They struggle to break into games. Fair enough. Fair point. Absolutely. Hope you're doing well, Ishan. Hope you're doing well. और like करना मत भूलना. Do not forget to take that poll and of course put in your predictions. हाँ अभी भी बहुत लेट नहीं हुआ है. Hungary versus Germany काफी interesting चल रहा है. There is 1-1 from what I see. And we have other games. Of course, England Italy in the same group, so that's interesting 0-0. But Netherlands Poland मैं देख रहा हूँ Netherlands Poland अभी के लिए 0-0 है और Wales Belgium भी 0-0 है. Wales with a must win in my opinion. England is a must not lose game. ठीक है. What's your take on Milinkovic-Savic? Brilliant player, बहुत ही अच्छा player है for Lazio. But again, do you feel he'll fit Chelsea system well and going after him would be a good shout? देखो यार, Milinkovic-Savic actually is a brilliant shout. क्यों? क्योंकि I think he can fit in a 4-3-3. He can fit in a 3-2. क्या बोलोगे आप? 3-4-3 और 3-5-2. बाय द वे बहुत ही गंदा टैकल. पोलैंड के प्लेयर, पोलैंड के कैप्टन किरकोवियाक ने मारा है तगड़ा, टांग लगाया है फ्रैंकी डियोंग पे. और हम फ्रैंकी डियोंग की बात करेंगे एब्सोल्युटली. लेकिन सर्टेनली यार मिलिंकोविच-साविच कैन प्रूव. प्रॉब्लम यही है मेरी ना, has Milinkovic-Savic done that at the highest level enough consistently? मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है. Has he been tested enough? हाँ, how would you test अगर आपको बेसिकली नहीं करना एक्सपेरिमेंट at some point, so how will he be tested? लेकिन यार Chelsea at this point in time, I think I can see only one midfielder coming in. That's why मैं बोलूंगा rather go for someone proven in England rather than someone else. That's my call. I don't know. England is in full list. Is Italy? What do you mean by full list? I'm not sure. Matata United. You mean the 11th? I don't know. Passionate ज़्यादा होते हैं ना fans? Absolutely वो तो है ही. European and South Americans as compared to Americans. Yeah, you can argue that. लेकिन नहीं, Americans काफी passionate हो गए यार. मतलब मैं I have gone to MLS just so you know. I've actually watched an MLS game. So there is a lot of atmosphere. Talking about atmosphere, making up the year. Especially after what happened, Fateh, man, you get to watch the India Afghanistan match. Welcome to the stream, by the way.
Oh, everybody's been talking about it. I caught your Instagram post, man. Wow. I mean, and hats off to the coach. What is the controversy? Did Chetri ask to be taken off, or was it our savior Croatian?
I think it's a bit of both. Because आप देखो तो Chetri was, I know he got the goal and all that, लेकिन I think he was there was fatigue as well. So that there was a possibility यार उसके लिए he was coming off. लेकिन यार he scored. और फिर you have kind of gone defensive, you can argue. लेकिन यार you have to give it to the coach again, right? And of course Chetri himself. क्योंकि यार he came on the sidelines. He acted as a Cristiano Ronaldo, and of course Tima also made sure जब वो हुआ था, I don't know if you saw that fight. It was a fight towards the end. Afghanistan and India, and there I saw the passion, man. Alan Stimac, he has to be there, man. As I unlike popular opinion, and I myself said that nahi yaar ye अरे goal हो गया. लेकिन unfortunately against my team, against Netherlands, Polish goal, man. What a bad defending by Netherlands.
What are you watching, man? What are you watching? Poland versus Netherlands?
I'm kind of switching between the matches. लेकिन what a goal, man. What a goal for Poland. Brilliant goal मैं बोलूँगा. And I'll come to the Indian topic quickly. मेरे ख्याल से Frankowski है क्या? Number 7 if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure if I know Frankowski. Let me just check. Frankowski is the guy, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. Pretty sure Lawns के लिए वही है. I think Frankowski has to be the guy. लेकिन हाँ, bad defending यार. Netherlands का left back was kind of missing. I think Blind and Aki, I don't know. They kind of left to each other almost. So number 2, नहीं. Matty Cash है क्या? Matty Cash scored, man. Matty Cash scored. I'm wrong. Matty Cash has a shot on him for sure. बिल्कुल. लेकिन यार coming back to India, man. First of all, before that, let me actually, because बात कर रहे हैं England Italy यार, क्या लग रहा है? Prediction quickly. Fateh, आप just आए हो. England Italy, Netherlands Poland.
I saw the last 5 odd minutes. I think England had a very good chance. I think Italy also had a good chance with Fratesi, but I think England will win. That Italian squad is just too raw, too young. Even England has very young players, but I still think England has more experience in this game. So I think they'll win this, maybe 1-0, maybe 2-1, maybe 3-1, something like that.
So exactly, I've gone with 2-1 because again, England के लिए it's a must not lose actually. Italy के लिए फिर भी I think again Italy के लिए surprised that Politano is not playing again. मतलब Fratesi is playing. Maybe they are rotating वापस to inexperienced at international level. And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the other one we spoke about, I think quickly, is Di Marco is playing left back and Di Lorenzo has come back as right back. So thoughts there?
Di Lorenzo, I think, was very poor in the finalissimo, right? I mean,
Exactly.
we saw that he was really bad. So good on Mancini for sort of showing some faith in him. I don't really think he should be in the national team setup, but then it is what it is.
Hmm.
Interesting about Di Marco because for Inter we played him on the wings. He was not good. He was just not good defensively.
Exactly,
So
exactly. So
Simone Inzaghi
defensive.
moved him, as a Bastoni cover. So when Bastoni was
Uh,
injured or not playing, Di Marco was playing. He was better there because he's good taking the ball forward. But again, very he does make a lot of mistakes. Like that game against Bologna that we lost, it was De Vrij the initial mistake and then Di Marco losing their man for
hmm.
Arnautovic. So yeah, very very interesting that Di Marco is now in the national team setup.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल टॉकिंग ऑफ नेशनल टीम यस आई नो दैट वी प्रॉमिस्ड अ वर्ल्ड कप सीरीज वो आने वाला है इट्स जस्ट अबाउट हैव टू वर्क आउट थिंग्स विद फतेह सादिक भाई एंड माइकल एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ द पैनल लेकिन हम करेंगे डेफिनेटली दैट्स समथिंग दैट इज ऑन एंड विल टॉक ऑफलाइन अबाउट दैट फतेह एज वेल लेकिन यार दैट्स अ ब्रिलियंट कमेंट बिकॉज I think Serbia can be one of the X Factor teams absolutely. हम डिटेल में नहीं जाएंगे because of same reason because हम cover करने वाले हैं in the coming weeks. I was just waiting for the Nations League to kind of reach the fourth match. अरे यार गोल होने वाला है. अरे नहीं यार. Sorry, but Netherlands, I can't believe it. Daley Blind has had a blind kind of a match. I have to say, unfortunately, that's the word I'm using here. First of all, he made the mistake. I feel he backed too much in that goal of Matty Cash. और यहाँ पर एक आया रिबाउंड था गोलकीपर ने सेव किया रिबाउंड फेल टू डेली ब्लिंड लेकिन छक्का छक्का मार दिया डेली ब्लिंड ने आई थिंक ही हैड वन एक्स्ट्रा मिली सेकंड टू गो ओवर लेकिन फतेह व्हाट अबाउट दिस यार मतलब क्या लगता है आई थिंक फर्स्ट वीक मे बी आफ्टर द लॉन्ग सीजन नेशंस लीग में इतने सारे सरप्राइजेस मिले बट ड्यू रेकन कि स्टार्टिंग दिस वीकेंड रादर वुड यू सी players or other teams coming back to the best and they might be overperforming the less so known teams like maybe in Austria.
See, Austria have Ralf Rangnick, so I know that a lot of people don't really respect him, but he's a very respectable figure. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
again, like in
Tactician.
football, so we have to like look at that. And will teams do better? See, it depends on where you are in the groups. For example, England now need to be more serious, right? I mean,
Mhm.
considering whatever happens, big up to Matata United. But so, I mean, how serious are now teams going to be? So I think initially that first week, perhaps teams thought they have time. Now there is no
Mhm.
time. France have no time, England have no time. Even Germany, I think they were a goal down to Hungary. So I mean, you still can't say that all these teams are going to take it that seriously. Like, look at these lineups. I mean, I don't think how many of these English players would be playing in the World Cup, like in the starting 11. I
हाँ एग्जैक्टली मतलब दैट्स द पॉइंट ना टैमी अब्राहम की बात चल रही थी बिफोर यू केम
Yeah.
ऑब्वियसली फतेह और मैंने देखा था टैमी अब्राहम की लास्ट फ्यू गेम्स इन द सीजन टुगेदर तो टैमी अब्राहम कम ऑन लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट इफ हैरी केन इज इवन लाइक 80% fit I don't see Tammy Abraham starting any games that's a
Yeah.
reality let's be honest about it or I agree with that statement लेकिन at the same time आज देखो Declan Rice has been kept back Mount again
Mason Mount.
unlike
Yeah.
many other players for whatever reason managers think this guy is a robot यार कितना खेलेगा
Yeah.
भाई he'll become the next Oscar. I'm telling you. Remember Oscar? What a
Yeah.
player
Yeah.
he was. लेकिन
Yeah.
बाद
Yeah.
में he was so overplayed by Chelsea, by Mourinho especially, that he kind of became more like a workhorse than
Hmm.
वो skill एक calmness चले गई Oscar की for whatever reason, and he didn't have the consistency. तो मुझे लग रहा है I'm hoping I'm wrong. Mason Mount burnout यार is coming यार. What do you think?
I no, I again, this is going to be a very difficult season because the season starts very early for Chelsea. So it's not like Chelsea can do without Mason Mount. So if Southgate keeps playing him, and it's going to be yes, absolutely. I mean, he's got a World Cup in November, December. The season starts in August. There's the Champions League, I think September, October, or whatever. So
हाँ
I
लेकिन
mean,
बीच में
you're looking at
चेल्सी
a
का क्या
player
यार चेल्सी का ही इज अ talisman.
yeah, exactly. And you are looking at somebody who could be out injured for the World Cup. Like, so does it make sense to risk him now, vis-a-vis,
No,
give him a rest? And
स्पेशली भाई मैं बोलूं क्यों बोलूं क्योंकि कल मैंने एक स्ट्रीम किया था अगेन बिग अप टू द मैन यूनाइटेड एजेंडा क्या हुआ मैं हॉलैंड
Italy
वाला गेम
had
देखा
a open goal to score.
अच्छा तो एक काम करते हैं फतेह, आप इटली वाला गेम लगा रखे हो ना?
या
तो मैं हॉलैंड वाला गेम देख रहा हूँ. कम ऑन, आई मिस्ड रीसेंट गेम्स बिकॉज ऑफ वॉच अलोंग्स. मैं थोड़ा वो देखता हूँ, लेकिन विल
ठीक
रिएक्ट
है,
टू
ठीक
बोथ. और ऑफ कोर्स वेल्स बेल्जियम भाई, सब लोग इन द चैट आप बोलिए वेल्स बेल्जियम. वहां पर वेल्स बाय द वे स्कोर्ड, इथन अम्पाडू स्कोर्ड जस्ट फॉर फतेह टू नो, यू नो, तो वो भी इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है. वेल्स के लिए मस्ट विन है गेम. यहाँ पर मैं थोड़ा यहाँ पर ऑफ टॉपिक जाने वाला हूँ फॉर जस्ट अ कपल मिनट, लेकिन उसके पहले भाई लाइक कर दो यार, लाइक कर दो, लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब, डू नॉट फॉरगेट, डजंट टेक अ बक बट जस्ट अ सेकंड. नाउ Here ने पूछा about Sevilla का post. So first of all, I had shared it, I think, in the earlier watch along as well, that I was going for an event. Now this was an event that was hosted by, you can say, Bengaluru United. Bengaluru United hosted it. Bengaluru United, of course, play in I League, in basically, you know, they play in Durand Cup. So वो are definitely there, a proper team. They were hosting Sevilla, who traveled all the way to India. ठीक है, और Sevilla were opening their first fan club यहाँ पर, और वो था बैंगलोर में. और हाँ, pleasant surprise कि there are fans in Bangalore who are Sevilla fans, proper fans, लोग जो they're actually singing Sevilla songs and stuff like that. So I'm like, so, you know, gladly surprised there. But yeah, I had the opportunity, of course, via, you know, Baba, and via, you know, Football Lookout, but big up to, of course, you know, Superpower Football, that I was invited because, being a local content creator, someone who kind of covers all the top leagues, they thought that maybe I can, you know, try and be there, just as someone who could, you know, pass the word on. Or वही था word on is about what this fan club means. Now they are planning a lot of things. One is like, I believe एक तो Bengaluru United has come up with a women's team पहली बार. That is the big deal. So Sevilla has had a tie up with that. So Sevilla have a lot of data science that they are, you know, relying on. और वहां पर basically they have come to Bangalore, being the Silicon Valley, and that is where I think Bengaluru United also can benefit because of their data science approach, or that'll be learning. And of course, them, the dignitaries came down, and them meeting the players, how to kind of carry off field and stuff like that. Plus, of course, the fan club, which will keep us connected, just with La Liga generally in Bangalore, right? So that's a very big initiative for me. Or of course, I was invited there, part of it, just being a part of it. And of course, I also had the, you know, an opportunity to meet the great super fan of Indian cricket. You know, he was Sukumar. He was there. मैंने पोस्ट किया उसके बारे में, and he'll probably come on to Almighty Sports Plus very soon, maybe for the cricket, because yes, a lot of experience that we were sharing about sports, how to kind of, you know, come together, you know, develop things in Bangalore and India generally. And of course Sevilla, great initiative, and wish them all the best. लेकिन हाँ, यहाँ पर again, just giving an update on the scores. People जो भी ज्वाइन किया, Poland is winning 1-0 against Netherlands. Bad defending by Daily Blind, लेकिन हाँ, good goal by Matty Cash. वहां पर very interestingly, Hungary Germany is 1-1 in Fateh. Again, Germany, is it time that, you know, to accept that Timo Werner and co are not working for Germany?
I think so. I think they didn't work at the Euros for the previous coach.
Exactly.
And I
So
don't think, you know, I don't think even Hansi Flick. I mean, we saw the Italy game. I didn't really think. I mean, but then Werner does get into those positions. So it's so strange that, you know, he gets into those positions, but then there is no end product. Like, you must know more. I mean, you are at Chelsea. Like, you must have seen this week in week out. But
yeah, मतलब that एक knack होता है ना, knack of scoring goals. He somehow lost it, I feel. मतलब it's not just with the goals. Problem is वही ना, Werner में you are expecting to make that runs which will lead to goals or lead to chances. अब to create those chances, he's not your creator. तो वो एक
hmm,
प्रॉब्लम है. तो you're almost like at times when he's not in form, you're feeling कि यार you're playing with 1% less on the pitch. That's a feeling. और जर्मनी के लिए being Germany, मैं कल ही रीड कर रहा था भाई, मिरोस्लाव क्लोजा, the thing, kind of thing that he did for Germany and for Lazio,
yeah,
and that has not been spoken about enough in my opinion. Or that is
absolutely.
something that is irreplaceable for Germany in recent history. It is fine if Zizou goes, no issue. Competition अच्छा. चलो थोड़ा transfers की बातें भी कर लेते हैं quickly, because Fateh is joined now.
But didn't Ancelotti and Zidane meet each other when Ancelotti was at Bayern and Zidane was at Real?
Yes, I probably think so. I think you're right. लेकिन यहाँ पर और भी स्टोरी ना, जीजू मार्से कनेक्शन, पीएसजी,
Yeah,
इमेजिन.
exactly. That is exactly what I was thinking. Like, born and brought up. Is this confirmed? It's not confirmed, right?
See, I have some reliable reports. मैंने कल स्ट्रीम किया है और मैंने बोला यार माइटी बोला है, मैं रेट किया हूँ. Not all mighty, but I rated as mighty because a lot of French reporters are actually saying that it's a matter of time. It's not. It's a matter of if. क्योंकि यार if even if you carefully read in between the lines, Joe, the agent of Zidane, has come out and cleared it out. He's not said that we are not interested, or it's not like we are not looking at that as an option, or Zidane is like it's a no. उसने बोला है कि हमने बात नहीं की अभी तक. It's false about us being agreeing to things. That kind of tells me that they are open to things वो बस हुआ नहीं है. That's the way I read it. I don't know. Or of course, I don't know. It's lost in translation a lot of times because French. I've seen a lot of tweets out there from major sources as well. But it'll be interesting. Like if not PSG, then what? For me, उसके पास aura है to kind of command that respect. That maybe I was telling about Mbappe. What happened to Mbappe? The power. So you need a aura like a Zidane, yeah. You need such kind of a figure there to kind of get that team spirit, or at least even try for that. Don't you think so?
I mean, absolutely. I think he'll be a good coach. PSG. First, you said Marseille, right? So that is the first connection that shocks me. That a Marseille born and brought up, and that rivalry is there. Okay, we've seen that happen in football. He's played for Bordeaux. Bordeaux were also rivals of PSG when he was playing. So that's another interesting angle. And when you say, he'll have the aura, will he though? I mean, okay, he's won everything, but then Mbappe is there, Messi is there,
By the way,
Neymar's there.
Depay is on his heels, huh? Just so you know, it's a corner. लेकिन हाँ यार, मैं बोलता यार, मतलब again arguably Real Madrid में काफी egos थे which he managed, और he probably did that because उसके पास था, और like
No, he
people do
has the
respect,
aura.
like come
I
on,
agree
for
that
me
he has
he's
the
one of the goats. मैं तो goat category में डालता हूँ Zidane.
he has
Proper
the
proper.
aura, absolutely. But at the same time, like the only thing that they want to do is win the Champions League. Is it as much about the players and the coach, or is it that week in, week out, they don't play those games? And then suddenly, you are put in a situation in Feb, March, or April where the stakes are so high. I think it's more organizational than just one man coming in and winning them the Champions League. And that team is in
हाँ,
itself,
मतलब
aura
I
is
get your point exactly. मतलब ये
aura
the
is
lot
aura
देखो,
is one.
एक प्लस पॉइंट मैं बोलूँ क्या है, लुइस कैंपोस आ रहे हैं, लियोनार्डो इज गोइंग ऑफ, सो आई नो दैट अगेन टॉकिंग अबाउट ओरा, लियोनार्डो probably had that, लेकिन यार he was a dictator, that's what people say. अब लुइस कैंपोस कमिंग ऑन, maybe things will change, और वहां पर थोड़ी और पावर मिलेगा for Zidane, तो maybe he can come and maybe stake his claim, plus the fact that again people are saying why can't he do France and PSG, तो वो तो नहीं होने वाला because of the fact that he's coming back after a long time, first of all, ठीक है. Secondly, आपके पास पीएसजी में हाँ बोल सकते हो कि चैंपियंस लीग में इतना सारा प्रेशर होता है, बट एट द सेम टाइम in the Liga, let's be honest, there's not much pressure. So for me, it's a great timing. The fact that Mbappe stayed is blessing in disguise from a squad perspective. So again, it just comes down to the Marseille thing for me. और वहां पर मेरा टेक तो यही है फतेह कि यार I think that is gone, यार. That those gone are the days. Like Zidane even I don't see him as that guy who will probably do that just because of Marseille, thing. मेरे ख्याल से जाना है तो जाना है. I don't think Marseille picture will come into picture. But हाँ, it's kind of, as a fan who's kind of associated with Marseille initially, I can sense what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah,
लेकिन हाँ, Adwe with his calculations again. Nice to see Adwe. क्या हो रहा है मैच में वहाँ, by the way?
I think, see, both the teams have had some very good chances. It's still 0-0. This game could easily have been 2-2 by now. They've both had very, very good chances, and I'm very impressed with Ramsdale. Is it what do you
Yeah,
guys think?
Ramsdale.
Should
Shots,
he be?
good shot stopper, definitely. He
So
kind
he
of
saved
reminds me of David
an
Deer, no?
open goal, like
I,
with amazing save. Shouldn't he
okay.
be starting over Pickford?
मैं बोलूंगा निक पोप, लेकिन पिकफोर्ड इज प्रोबेबली सेफर ऑप्शन ना, बिकॉज वो रिसेंट गेम में बिग गेम में खेला है फॉर इंग्लैंड, प्लस द फैक्ट दैट पिकफोर्ड फॉर सम स्ट्रेंज रीजन I think his performances, as in that captaincy or leadership element that you talk about, right, which you need at the
Oh,
back,
so
with
Harry Kane
Maguire
is not.
not being
Okay, yeah.
in a form, maybe Pickford makes more sense, right? मतलब इतना changes नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन strangest thing is Maguire is still playing. मतलब do you think he's just playing क्योंकि यार confidence build up करने के लिए, और he genuinely
Possibly.
feels it's Euros वाला Maguire still?
No, I think, see, for England, he's still been much better. Three at the back. I think Southgate trusts him. So
But
yeah, I think
today again they are playing four at the back, no? 4 to
today
3
they're
और लग
playing
रहा है
four at the
मुझे.
back. Is Maguire
हाँ.
playing today?
Tomori is playing. So maybe Tomori का pace है, that's why maybe they're going for at the back. Probably that might be one of the things. Yes, Maguire is next to him.
Next.
लेकिन What do you think about Nunes to Liverpool? By the way, this is done. Just in case you didn't know, Fateh, this is done. Here we go. हो गया है Fabrizio Romano का Darwin
How
Nunes to
much is
Liverpool.
that for?
80 million euros plus 20 million add-ons. Again, correct
Wow.
me if I'm wrong, people. So, do you think it's just because of Haaland and Alvarez factor to City, or the fact that they are not looking at maybe Firmino continuing beyond next season, or they need someone because the fact is Mane bhi chala gaya. So I think it's just about succession planning, which costs in this day.
I think he's very young. Firstly, I think he's just had one good season, right? Like it's one proper season. So 80
Mm-hmm.
million of one proper season, it's a bit, I mean, it's a lot. Having said that, I think Liverpool's system is so good, everybody can score goals there. So I think it'll be good for him. And I think the final in the Champions League showed that you need that sort of old fashioned number nine who is a menace to defenders inside the box. I thought that was the only thing that was differentiating Real and Liverpool. Mane is not an out and out striker. Yes, they brought in Yota, but again, I just
You mean
don't.
someone who can just keep the ball, just hold up
Yeah,
the ball, or maybe
absolutely.
play in other
And
people.
and I think it's interesting because City have been sort of guilty of the same thing. They've gotten Haaland, so Liverpool have gotten Nunez. Absolutely, like it makes sense to have a proper forward. Like Benzema has been showing that over and over again. I think year in year out that if you have that
Mhm.
level of elite mentality striker, he's going to make the difference. So this whole fetishization with false forwards, it might just be coming to an end. I mean, if Pep is doing it and now Klopp is doing it, then I think that might just be coming to an end.
Okay, yeah, and Adway with this wordplay again. Talking about wordplay, Fateh, I don't know if you checked it out. I know Fateh has been loving the show. Who am I? Did
Yeah.
you get a chance?
I have not. I have not. I will after this stream.
You should. And again, I'm not saying it for selling it. Trust me,
But
that's a must not miss. Probably, I,
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
safely say that is probably one of my best shows ever till date. Simply put,
Then
in
I'm
terms
going to,
of just
like after
enjoying
we
it.
finish this, I'm going to bring out some cake, eat some cake, and watch Who Am I, because that is really like it's an
हिट
amazing
विद
concept.
ट्विस्ट बहुत ही डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट में किया इस बार और भी ट्विस्ट तो आप देखिए और सब लोग आप लोग भी यार जो भी मिस किया है डू चेक आउट ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी हु एम आई यस सीजन 3 इज कम यस विद अ ट्विस्ट डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ हु एम आई लेकिन काइंड ऑफ क्योंकि इंटरनेशनल फुटबॉल हम बात कर रहे हैं तो आप काइंड ऑफ गॉट एन एलिमेंट थोड़ा सा having said that another very very big announcement for people who may not know on almighty sports plus by chance आपने नहीं किया है subscribe to the other channel and that is that we have started our membership as well on Almighty Blues FC. So that is something that आप consider करना चाहोगे. So do take a look and suggestions are always welcome. Like I say, do follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Do you think Tuchel really needs Dembele? Chelsea already plays with wing backs to provide width in the pitch. Dembele. I would say great point, Rajesh. लेकिन वही है. Do we have a backup wing back आज के दिन में someone like a Hakimi? Answer is no. ठीक है हमें कौन सा प्लेयर चाहिए हमें चाहिए समवन लाइक हकीमी so that Reece James can use his physicality much more that's what Tuchel wants in midfield or maybe in central defense as well in a three at the back system लेकिन I don't mind Reece James problem is we don't have that backup quality backup at right wing back इसीलिए I think we probably may invest in a winger or it's not easy to find a quality right back आज के दिन में मतलब right wing back the guy who comes to mind and we are linked with very strongly in the last 48 hours is Denzel Dumfries लेकिन it's coming more like Chelsea are interested in him Inter तो I think they were ready to kind of even give Skriniar for Lukaku लेकिन I think it's about Chelsea wanting Dumfries क्योंकि यार Tuchel wants that wing back so what do you think Fateh
We are not giving you Skriniar first and foremost. Skriniar said in the Slovakian that he wants to
नहीं नहीं
emulate
सॉरी
Hamsik.
पहले पहले बास्तोनी आने वाले थे बट बिकॉज बास्तोनी देन वाज कंफर्म्ड कि नहीं इज नॉट गोइंग टू गो देन द अदर ऑप्शन वाज डिफ्राई
Skriniar.
डिफ्राई वाज द सेकंड प्रायोरिटी सॉरी एंड देन स्क्रीनियर
Yeah, so see the thing. What's happened is that Bastoni doesn't really want to move abroad. I think it's a good decision for him. He can move in 2-3 years time. Absolutely. He's still very raw. I mean, there are still many mistakes that Bastoni makes, and that's why Dimarco's played a lot of games. Like Simone Inzaghi has trusted Dimarco in that position. Now, with regards Skriniar, we know that PSG made a bid somewhere between 40 and 50 million. That was rejected. It is said that it was the moment we got the bid, we rejected it straight on. We said 80 million is the price. The next thing that you guys need to understand is Inter cannot make swap deals. We need cash. So there is no swap deal with Lukaku happening because
मतलब swap plus cash मान लो मतलब that's what I mean
so you're saying that you will give us 60 million uh And
नहीं, rather obviously Lukaku is worth 90 million यार. अरे
no,
shot
absolutely.
by
Like that 1 year loan
Mason
that you
Mount.
mean to say. So
हाँ,
yeah,
kind
so
of it covers.
yeah, so that was one point. But Skriniar said before the Slovakian team, I think 3-4 days back. Uh, so the history of Skriniar is his agent wanted to sort of make him move a year or two ago when Inter wanted to raise cash, and he fired his agent because he didn't want to leave. So now he said in the Slovakian national team that he wants to emulate Hamsik, you know. So the player doesn't want to move, but the club needs money. So there is a chance the club might push him, but it will only be a proper cash deal. Like there will be no Lukaku and all that stuff. That is why I was really interested in knowing if Zidane comes, then he might be tempted by PSG, you know, because obviously they'll pay him a great salary. But if Zidane doesn't happen to come at PSG, Skriniar is likely to say no to that also. Now, with regards Chelsea, I think Dumfries is a name that's being linked. You know, it's been talked about for 25 to 30 million. I don't think Inter will ask for much more than that. Day Fry's price is almost 12 to
अरे
15
I'll
million.
bite your hand off यार उसके लिए, to be honest. 20,
Yeah,
25 million,
absolutely.
bring it
Like,
on.
you know, because see, Dumfries is very good defensively. Like, and he's very, you know, he doesn't really, you can't knock him off the ball. This is the kind of player that you want in the EPL where there is a lot of physicality. You just, you know, there are times where Dumfries was taking 2-3 players on and you couldn't knock him off the ball. Now, I think those are characteristics that are very good for the EPL. So, Manchester United and Chelsea are both interested.
Talk about Dumfries. Does he wear number 22 for Dutch side?
I don't know, but he'll be on the right. What happened?
हाँ वही है, मतलब यार ऑलमोस्ट एक चांस था. उसने पता नहीं, he was dreaming or he was on his heels. There was a headed cross and literally अपने आप को nutmeg कर दिया यार, मतलब blind headed. And then I don't know, he was dreaming how he didn't anticipate the Poland defender miss करेगा और बीच में चला गई उसके पैरों के बीच से बॉल और he missed it. It would have been a tap in almost. Ankiत bhai, books to read for football. Bhai, honestly speaking, Anurag, I don't know if I look very studious. I'm far from it. Let me tell you. मैं उस वैसा नहीं हूँ. I have always played football. I've always watched football. I've played FIFA. These are the three. And of course, I've heard a lot of pundits over the years. ये four sources थे मेरे for kind of understanding football. I don't read. I don't know, Fateh, if you read any books on football. I don't read
You know,
any
there is a very
football books.
interesting book. I've forgotten the name. I'll just Google it. It's
Hmm.
on the life of a fan, and they've made a movie on it also. And then that movie is very good. It's about how football could affect your love life. And it's a very
Hmm.
good book. It's a very good movie. And then the Americans, the Hollywood, sort of they took it. It was a British movie initially, and they sort of used that on baseball. So I'm just trying to. I
अरे
think the
मूवी
name
से याद आया ना,
perfect.
मूवी से
The
याद आया, ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है. आप मतलब फतेह चौगड़ मूवी, और यहाँ पर एक कमेंट देख रहा हूँ कि अजय ट्राइंग फ्रंट ऑफ मिरर एंड आस्किंग हु एम आई, क्योंकि अदरवाइज मेंशनिंग वाज टेस्ट.
Jackie
तो
Chan.
कल मूवी का मैं देख रहा था. आई डोंट नो, मतलब थोड़ा ऑफ टॉपिक है, यहाँ 3-3 मैच हो रहे हैं, लेकिन डरना मना है करके एक मूवी थी ना. तो
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
उसमें आफ्ताब का होता है राइट. तो बेसिकली इन द लास्ट स्टोरी वेयर यार स्टॉप, he just looks at the mirror and says stop. I was
Stop.
literally
Yeah,
watching it last night. I'm like pretty,
yeah.
talk about the mirror in movies. Absolutely. Yeah, but I think again, मतलब books. To be very honest, I'm not really into them. मतलब that's how मतलब मुझे practical kind of knowledge about football is far more. As in, it has proved better for me. मैंने try किया initial years में. I didn't have that much patience or whatever. It didn't help me as much. The moment I kind of started playing football, and I was already watching as well as playing online, and that is the time I thought, okay, fine, I'm kind of understanding much more. Absolutely, अरे कोई नहीं. लेकिन हाँ, spam मत करिए अनुराग, जैसे Matari United is saying. But thanks a lot. And again, people, please like, subscribe, and remember, we have started a membership on Almighty Blues FC in case you can afford it. Pretty affordable prices मैंने रखा है जानबूझ, because more about just as a family we get together and interact much more. That's all the idea to begin with. And of course, if there are any suggestions, yes, perks, you might feel a pretty basic right now, but come on. We are still growing on the content. अभी ज़्यादा content आएगा. If we get into say FIFA etc., then more perks आएंगे. Definitely more perks आएंगे. Absolutely. लेकिन यार मैच का फतेह, इंग्लैंड इटली तो लग रहा है Italy kind of will be better off playing on the wings, right? That's a strong point.
I think
Pellegrini.
it's just been a very open match. Like whether it's the wings or whether it's right through the middle with Locatelli and Fratesi. I mean, I think Italy have been creating some fantastic chances. Ramsdale's, I think, probably been the man of the match. Okay, England have also had chances, but he's just made
Mm-hmm.
a very good save right now. So I mean, and it's surprising, because Pessina is playing on the wing and he's actually having a pretty decent game.
फेयर ना वो यहाँ पर क्विक मैं समरी देना चाहूंगा अब नेदरलैंड्स पोलैंड गेम. तो विदाउट अ शैडो ऑफ अ डाउट नेदरलैंड्स ने डोमिनेट किया है और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग ये मुझे लग रहा है कि नेदरलैंड्स का जो टिकी टाका अंडर वैनगाल एट टाइम स्टार्ट्स नॉट अबाउट टिकी टाका ऑलमोस्ट सारी स्टाइल आपका बेसिकली यू काइंड ऑफ पास टू डेथ राइट दैट
Yeah.
हैपेंस और वही हो रहा है. फ्रैंकी डियोंग और लिसन टू दिस वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट. तो डेली ब्लिंड इज एक्चुअली एट टाइम्स प्लेइंग एज अ फॉरवर्ड बिकॉज पोलैंड इतना डिफेंड कर रही है और फ्रेंकी डियोंग इज प्लेइंग लाइक अ लेफ्ट मिडफील्डर एट टाइम्स. तो लेकिन उसी उसी कारण वी आर एक्चुअली गेटिंग काउंटर्ड. तो व्हेन आई से वी ऑब्वियसली आई मीन डच. ठीक है. तो वो एक प्रॉब्लम लग रहा है. लेकिन did Depay have a chance? Yes, he had. Did he score? No, as usual. But I think Dumfries का chance better chance था. But nothing like it was an absolutely great save or something like that. ऐसा कुछ नहीं बनाया हमने. Saved again निखिल से. तो यहाँ पर काउंटर होते हुए नेदरलैंड्स का लेकिन नहीं हुआ कुछ भी. वेल्स बेल्जियम कोई देख रहा है? देख रहा तो बोलिए यार कैसा चल रहा है क्योंकि on paper that is the strongest team, like the strongest squads among all the four matches आज खेल रहे हैं वेल्स बेल्जियम क्योंकि अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मैच फॉर द ग्रुप है. Which team do you see as the dark horse of the World Cup? Fateh, we'll be talking in
Uh,
detail. Let's not go in detail, but quickly for
yeah.
you, who's the dark horse?
For now, I think a lot of people would say Serbia or Switzerland, somebody like that, who could
Yeah,
just.
Switzerland. I was hoping, yeah, like they have really disappointed, right? Nations League, maybe Nations League. I'm reading
Nations
too
League,
much.
I don't think we should read too much into it. Also, the book Ankit is Fever Pitch. If
Okay,
anybody gets the chance,
fever pitch.
there's
Okay,
a
thanks.
proper book about how a fan lets football
Mm-hmm.
lead
Half
his
time हो
life.
गया by the way.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like like you and me, proper fans who are crazy about their teams, and when they lose, their mood is bad, and it sort of affects their family life. So it's about that, and there's also a movie, the old one, the '90s movie, Fever Pitch. So if anybody gets the chance, even you should watch it or
अरे
read the
एक
book.
सेकंड एक सेकंड यहाँ पर क्या मैं कुछ गलत बोल रहा हूँ. आई हैव नॉट सीन मैं रिफ्रेश बटन प्रेस नहीं किया था. आई डिडंट नो दिस. वेल्स का जो गोल था दैट वाज चॉक्ड ऑफ.
Oh,
पीपल आई मिस्ड टू कमेंट सॉरी लेकिन वही है मैं इतने सारे टैब्स खोल कर रखा हूँ ना. तो वेल्स ने स्कोर किया था इतना पाडू मैंने सेलिब्रेट भी कर लिया यार. चेल्सी प्लेयर आने वाले स्कोर्ड अ गोल एंड ही काइंड ऑफ is very confident hopefully and he plays midfield for Wales बहुत interestingly which I feel is better position for him. It was chalked off by VAR and मैंने मिस कर दिया तो comment looks like लेकिन हाँ 0-0 almost half time Wales बेल्जियम में हो गया है. Poland leading yes pains me to say it Netherlands लेकिन again Netherlands are in good position in the group तो ऐसा नहीं कि it was a must win or something like that. तो I will take a draw और मैंने predict किया था draw. इंग्लैंड इटली भी ड्रॉ चल रहा है अभी 0-0 चल रहा है. इटली टॉप ऑफ द ग्रुप. फतेह क्या बोलना चाहोगे यार उसमें? कम ऑन यंग
I think
स्क्वाड फ्यूचर.
young squad doing decently. Obviously, it was expected that there would be a reaction after missing out on the World Cup. But again, I do think that England has more experience here. They'll probably get a goal. Italy have been really wasteful with the kind of chances. So I don't think Italy is going to win the Nations League unless they get something here. If they get something here and Germany are not winning tonight, then yeah, they could
बट
get out of the
रिमेंबर
group.
they were there last time also in the semis. तो मतलब आप
Yeah,
बोल सकते हो नेशंस लीग इज वन ऑफ द
yeah, yeah.
थिंग्स व्हिच कैन कीप्स देम. और ऑब्वियस फैक्ट है इटली और ऑस्ट्रिया मैंने बात ही किया था इनिशियल स्ट्रीम में. लाइक ऑस्ट्रिया इटली आर मच मोर मोटिवेटेड कंपेयर्ड टू द अदर टीम्स इफ एट ऑल क्योंकि यार फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दे आर नॉट इन द वर्ल्ड कप तो देयर समथिंग मिस्ड आउट देयर. ठीक है. सेकेंडली आप देखो इटली की टीम स्पेशली दे आर प्लेइंग सो मेनी यंगस्टर्स. एवरी यंगस्टर हैज अ पॉइंट टू प्रूव यहाँ पर. और that is something that maybe other teams are missing out on the Nations League considering जो fatigue था ना. तो mental fatigue भी एक चीज होती है. तो maybe they should have played a lot more youngster. Talk about England. आप देखो मतलब your question by the way Canada is a great shout for being an dark horse. लेकिन I would say left back is a major issue. Left back, the fact that yeah, in England you don't have a young left back who can be better than a Kieran Trippier who is right-footed. Come on, I'm not buying that. और इसीलिए मैं बोलता हूँ हाँ Kieran Trippier also did not overplay season में लेकिन यार he's coming back from injury as well. I don't think he deserved a place on merit. Yes, he did brilliantly for Newcastle in the few games that he had, but he was probably coming off an injury as well. So at left back, he doesn't deserve it. That's my point. And that's kind of strange. But Tammy's first up performance here, Fateh, you have seen England's match more. Tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's holding his own against defenders who For example, there's Gatti playing Juve youth product. So I mean, I think I expected more from Tammy in the sense that at least he should have had more shots or something like that. But he's been a nuisance. He's been a nuisance, and I think he's grown so much since coming to Jose Mourinho to Roma. Leading the
Hmm.
line all by himself here. So I would say it's been a 7 on 10 performance so far.
7 on 10, फेयर इनफ, फेयर इनफ। यहाँ पर हंगरी का क्या मैच हुआ यार? हंगरी वाला मैच भी है ना भाई? वेल्स बेल्जियम तो 0-0 है। सेकंड हाफ
There
शुरू
was
नहीं हो
a
गया वहाँ?
Inter Milan question for me that I'll have to answer later
या
on,
या
but
प्लीज।
whenever, yeah, yeah. No, but do you think Hungary can get something of Germany?
देखो यार, 1-1 है एंड now Germany में I'm just looking at the options on the bench, right? So they have a lot of options on the bench. Probably, I'm pretty sure they must make a change. Probably Leroy Sané, a person who's a little bit more direct, he will come. लेकिन I can see Germany coming back. मैंने बोला है कि यार Germany should come back on this match. लेकिन
Yeah.
again, I won't be surprised. Not sitting on the fence, but the fact is, यार Germany hasn't looked someone who's been इतना goal scoring ability वाला player नहीं है उनके पास, and that's something that they miss properly. लेकिन again यार, lot of people hopefully will come on in the second half, because second half there's everything to play for absolutely. लेकिन भाई, let's do one of them again, people. Let's do one of those 11s. I don't know, Fateh, what do you want to do today? What kind of 11 do you want to go? Some interesting stuff, or do you want to just keep talking transfers, because there's a lot of transfer news as well? लेकिन मैं तो यार ट्रांसफर बात करते करते थक गया हूं, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट। इसलिए आज वो मैं किया था ऑन ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी फॉर अ चेंज, राइट? बट डू लेट मी नो एज इन what kind of tells you that as an
I'd
intern you'll
I'd
have a
like to
better.
see I'd like to
Mhm.
see your favorite Chelsea 11. I'm sure you made it many times, but
My
made of
favorite
players
Chelsea
not
11.
from
Oh
England.
wow, this will be a goated
But
11
but
यार
but
मतलब।
not play, but no players from England. So it has to be a world thing, like players
अच्छा,
from Italy, players from
ओके,
like no
फॉरेन
no
11।
Lampard. So you can't have Lampard firstly, you
Wow,
know,
wow, wow.
and
That's a
no,
brilliant one, man. Fateh,
yeah.
hats off to you. What an idea. People,
So
like, let me know. Again, हम people से भी लेंगे. Would you like to see that? I know we generally cover on this channel, especially all the clubs. लेकिन हाँ, it's been a long time since मैंने किया है Chelsea 11. Of course, we can obviously discuss about it, and we can take a consensus from the people in the chat
Yeah,
भी.
because
लेकिन
you will
Amir,
not have Terry, you will not have Terry and Lampard, and those are two people who are making every Chelsea fans teams. So at least two players that I know that you will not be able to use.
so this is uh, all time, or rather all time ही बोल देते हैं,
Yeah, from
right?
when you
तो
started watching,
exactly all time ही मेरे लिए
90.
तो
Yeah.
all time Chelsea 11, Chelsea for foreign 11, ठीक है? That's what it is, right?
And like I must tell about that Inter Milan question. I became an Inter fan for a number of reasons. One was Ronaldo
Yes.
as a kid, the Brazilian R9 phenomenon. The second was on FIFA, they had very good kits. So and as a kid, I remember watching this match, Inter Milan versus Spartak Moscow. I think it was 98, 99 group stages. So Ronaldo played
Hmm.
that, and I was really, like really excited. Okay, Ronaldo scoring and this and that. And then he got injured. But the kits were very nice. And then, I always loved the underdog. Like, I didn't like the established winning teams. So I remember watching the Champions League show, and Inter lost in the qualifiers to Helsingborgs. And I thought, wow, like this team looks good. It's got a very amazing stadium. Robbie Keane, Alvaro Recoba, Zamorano, Baggio, all those players were playing. And as a kid, and I was like, wow, and they win nothing. So for me, it was
हाँ.
just the underdog thing, that this is an underdog club, and I just wanted to support an underdog. Like
I
for
think
me,
in a very strange way, that is why me and Fateh also relate very well, because I think
yeah,
वही story मेरा था Chelsea का, if you
Chelsea,
remember.
yeah,
That's what we
absolutely.
discussed
Chelsea were a cup
उस
team,
समय.
but
हाँ,
complete underdogs.
right, right, right.
Absolutely. So that was all for me.
R9 500 kilometer cycling कर रहा है because his team got promoted. Really? No,
Valladolid.
I know his team got promoted, and the way he celebrated, I remember that. लेकिन ये क्या है? 500 kilometer cycling कर रहा है, just a pun on what his weight has become, or what? I don't know. Maybe it's real. I
Maybe
don't know.
it's for
Mistake
some
आप
charity
comment
work.
करिए. Maybe
Yeah.
just for fun. I don't know. Burnley or Inter Milan. Just kidding. Oh, भाई साहब.
Yeah, I mean,
Valladolid.
I
Yeah.
just love every underdog. Like if you tell me support a team that wins trophies, that's why I can't be somebody who like wins every year. Like Juve are going to win every year, and all respect to them. But I just could not be like attracted to that. That's why I also sort of have a soft corner for clubs like Chelsea or Parma or any of those underdogs like Real Valladolid. Why not? But Burnley, why not? But if you tell me now, go support Man City, not going to happen.
चलो, तो मैं इससे पहले कि यार, इसलिए मैंने बैनर चेंज कर दिया है। सब लोग यार लाइक सब्सक्राइब कर दो, काफी लोग जुड़े थे, एंड आई नो दैट कुछ कमेंट्स मैंने नहीं लिए बिकॉज आई स्टार्ट देम, बिकॉज यू नो इन द कन्वर्सेशन आई डोंट वांट टू काइंड ऑफ इंटरप्ट। अभी यार, बिफोर टेकिंग दैट 11 अबाउट चेल्सी quickly and before the half time kind of ends for the match that I'm watching at least, Barca, Neymar और लिवरपूल साला, कुछ क्वेश्चंस ले रहे quickly।
I would love to see Neymar go back to Barca, but again, knowing. No, wait, it's between who's
I think the question is about would you pick बारसा वाला नेमार जो फॉर्म में था और लिवरपूल वाला साला जो फॉर्म में है?
No, I think I'll go with Salah. I think
यार दोनों विंग्स में खेलोगे यार, दोनों अलग है,
Yeah.
fair, लेकिन I agree with you. साला I think he's वही है, मतलब for some strange reason in England एक tendency है to kind of have the recency bias or very quick reactionary kind of, you know, एक judgment, which is something which happens, which comes across fans. Salah has done superb, man, in the last few years. Superb. I know he was so raw at Chelsea when he came. यार मुझे याद है एकदम. Drogba and check, but if for there, we'll come to that. Rajesh, absolutely, हम करते हैं next. Who do you see starting for striker in Netherlands, Depay or Weghorst? ये मैं लेता हूँ question quickly. I see Depay starting, लेकिन actually to be very honest about it, I think ideally क्या होना चाहिए? We should play a 3-5-2 with Weghorst playing and Depay behind him. That is what we should play. हम खेलेंगे? नहीं, absolutely नहीं खेलेंगे. I can write and give you because it's Louis van Gaal. I know I love the guy as well, but I think it's just about he's a little bit more safe than, you know, some managers. And again, you can also argue that Weghorst in quality is not that consistent. Depay is probably in quality much better and very different players, and that is why on quality, because Depay is what the star he is, he's going to start with Depay. And Weghorst
Is Depay moving this year? Is Depay leaving Barca?
I think that वो बहुत comes down to Lewandowski and of course the other you know, kind of wingers, because Depay can also play off the left, right? So it depends on what they do with other players. Dembele and Lewandowski, you know, the kind of situation जो हो रहा है ना, अगर Lewandowski नहीं आते and of course Dembele leaves, then to Depay will stay generally because they'll have less attackers. Lekin even if one of them is kind of in Barca, I think is leaving. That's what I believe. It's too early to speak about where he goes, because I think abhi important is like they get over the line for these two players that I just said. Expectation from Nunez. What is the expectation that Liverpool should have from Nunez? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, price tag it talks, right? 80 million. What do you think? Is it fair to have expectation?
Absolutely. I think they need a striker. They need a 20 goals a year striker. So how many goals did Mane score? So, you know, if Mane is going to Bayern, then
But would you not argue that Jota has proven that he is there as a striker and more like a, not like a winger? And Firmino also, like in his day, he was not fit as well. बहुत समय के लिए ना. When he's fit, you know that the way Liverpool play suits Firmino's style.
Yeah, through the middle. So yeah, I mean, you're right. So are they okay spending 100 million on a player and keeping him on the bench then?
I you know, I'm not saying that. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ ना, he'll probably play all the cup games to begin with. And I mean, obviously, maybe the Champions League, because वहाँ पर अच्छा किया है. So Champions League football is very different. I think in the Premier League, as a starter in the first few games, I would see him on the bench and coming on. And he's वही है ना, they have that luxury because of his age. It's a 5-year contract. And I feel that is the luxury. Only reason being it's such a long contract and the age factor, and the fact that he's coming from a different league. Plus, Firmino, you have Jota, you have options there who could play as a striker. So that is the only argument वहाँ पर. Compared to maybe any other club, which is, you know, maybe even a Haaland definitely is going to start, right? But like I think Nunez has more time. So वहाँ पर I think the expectation will be lower in my opinion, but it will help Nunez in the long run. You wouldn't expect too much of maybe the first 6 months. Like overall, you would expect him to start come December, right? Because तब busy हो जाएगा. You need proper players.
I think he'll start from the start, man, because you can't spend 80 million and keep somebody on the bench. And you know, if his confidence takes a hit, like it's that Lukaku thing. Once your confidence is gone as a striker, you know, everything goes. So they need him to be scoring goals up and running. So they can't. I don't think they can sort of afford to keep him on the bench. It's going to be interesting. I think maybe Firmino also moves in the next year or two, or you know, however that happens. I think Jota will stay. I think. And again, what's the news on Salah? Like he could be leaving next year too. So that's
I think that's so थोड़ा exaggerate किया गया है मेरी. I know that next year the fact is Salah clearly बोला कि he's at least going to stay for one more year. I think a lot depends on the other player that we're not talking about enough is Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott is एक बंदा जो really he looked really good. His technique is brilliant. ठीक है, he is your maybe a Shaqiri kind of player जो Shaqiri से expect कर रहे थे ना. He can be that this season. Or next season maybe he'll take the mantle, maybe. Lekin I feel that Salah will extend. That's my gut feeling, because he's too big of a personality, for Liverpool, especially Mane ab chhod gaye, and Firmino might be the guy who might be leaving. I feel that's what mera gut feel hai. Lekin front three for Liverpool next season, yeah, I think Fateh is going for Nunes,
I'm going for
Salah,
Nunez, Salah, and
Diaz.
yeah.
Probably, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Diaz, Salah kind of picked themselves because of the form they've shown in the last year. ठीक है, मेरे लिए starter would probably be Jota or Firmino, maybe depending on the injuries that Firmino has or does not have, and then maybe come December आप देखोगे Darwin Núñez by then has taken over the mantle. Absolutely, वो मेरा है. Anyway, okay, he can succeed because Ruben Diaz came from. Okay,
Porto.
you mean Luis Diaz? Also, Ruben Diaz came from.
Benfica.
No, he didn't.
Luis
Ruben
Diaz came from Porto.
No, he came from Sporting, no?
Who?
Ruben Diaz.
No idea.
Am I wrong? I thought Ruben Diaz came from Sporting. I don't know. Let me check it. I mean, Benfica, yeah. I'm wrong. Thanks, Football Creek. Absolutely. Ruben Diaz came from Benfica, true. Actually, यार Benfica में काफी players आ चुके हैं Premier League को. Again, remembering David Luiz, remembering Ramirez. There are a lot of players. Matic came back as a much improved player under the George. But again, I think it's different with strikers. Let's be honest. With strikers, you are expected to score goals, and that's what आप judge करोगे. So I think it's not easy actually. Big up to David Antau as well. By the way, second half शुरू हो रहा है यहाँ Netherlands का match. What about England? शुरू हो गया?
Yeah.
अच्छा, so let's follow that as well. Fateh, so Fateh is still following the Italy game for obvious reasons. I am obviously following Netherlands game. And people in the chat, आप बोले Wales Belgium का कुछ हुआ है? I can see 53 minutes में कुछ नहीं हुआ, अभी तक 0-0 लग रहा है. तो yes, nothing much happening there. And Hungary versus Germany 1-1 है. Interesting. If Lukaku goes, who will Chelsea be going for? Who's the option? Like Fateh, I'll ask you. Like again, I'll come to my Chelsea team and all that. Like, what do you think? If Lukaku goes, should Chelsea even go for a striker? Should we kind of hit the button and say like, यार Lukaku से तो कम ही हगेगा, लेकिन we can wait and kind of just give Broha a lot of chances for a change that Chelsea do not do with strikers enough.
See, I don't think Lewandowski to Barca may not happen. I think you should totally go for him.
नहीं, that I disagree. You know why? Lewandowski has literally told his agent कि नहीं, मुझे जाना है तो बारसा ही जाना है. I know things can change in football, but I don't know for whatever reason that love is coming out for Barca. Again, respect to Barca, nothing against them, but it is a fact. काफी reports बोल रहे. So that is the difference. So I agree. If you don't keep Lukaku, which probably we should not now at this point in time. Almost I'm saying we should not. We have changed, yes. It's like अगर we are not getting an experienced striker, then why go for a striker even? You play Armando Broja, convince him that भाई तेरे को 20 गेम मिलेंगे, Havertz तेरे को 20 गेम मिलेंगे, बाकी will play with a false nine. We'll probably end the season with that. I don't know, and we'll probably invest in a proper winger who could score. I don't know if Chiesa is available. Just kind of wondering.
Chiesa, I think, was injured, and I think that Juve. This is the first year that he totally becomes a player of Juve because I think he was on loan. So
but they can technically sell him, no? They can.
They can, but they will not sell Chiesa. I think that's their going forward one of the most important players.
Especially the fact that Perisic did not come. Chance था इटली Pessina के लिए था chance, almost.
Yeah. And they've been creating such chances all game long and not taking them. I just feel like there's that one chance that Tammy might get, and that's the name that I wanted to bring up. Like, why not make a Tammy Lukaku swap if next year maybe?
No, yeah, I think it's too early for that, to be very honest. More than that, I'm just wanting Tammy to kind of be where he's found his home. Let him continue. मेरे ख्याल से I don't see like he has to literally bulk up. Let's be honest, and the way that he plays also doesn't suit Tuchel. वो एक reality है. मतलब
Hmm.
it won't be fair on Tammy as well.
Hmm.
Like Bernardo Silva is a great shot, absolutely. If Barcelona sell De Jong for 80 million, what players they will sign? This is interesting. Bernardo Silva, talk about him. Bernardo Silva, last 48 hours, again very strongly into Barcelona. Lekin, what can be the reason that he goes for Barcelona? Come on, like Bernardo Silva has achieved what he had to achieve in City. Yes, you can say that, but no, he's not won the Champions League with City yet. Plus, he's a main cog there. And let's be honest, at this point in time, City are a better squad, a better team. They have more chances of winning trophies than even Barcelona. Why would he move to Spain just because he wants to play there?
I think so. I mean, I think every player has that, that he wants to try new clubs. You want to change the
Especially when it's Barcelona and Real Madrid.
scenery. And yeah, and
Maybe.
Barcelona, that atmosphere, Camp Nou, a special club. And then, they have a manager like Javi, very attractive
Hmm.
again. He can talk to players. Obviously, Pep is Pep. But, sometimes you just need a new challenge. So it could be that. But can Barcelona see? Look, just because they have this 80 million doesn't mean that they're just going to put that all in to the transfer market. I think they have to be very intelligent.
अरे
And
गोल
then,
होने वाला है यार पोलैंड का.
हो गया
नेदरलैंड्स हक दी है.
2-0.
Offside. It was a walk in the park, but I think it might go to VAR. I think Zelensky was involved in the goal. I don't know if he scored or assisted, but Zelensky was certainly involved. I think it was his goal. Uh, यार भाई नेदरलैंड्स का लेफ्ट साइड क्या हो रहा है आज? Aki and Blind are not working, man. मतलब would you say like Netherlands? I know we'll talk in detail on one of these weekends. What do you think, yaar? Matlab, should it be that we should just play with one Aki or Blind at left wing back and play proper centre halves?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely. I think
मतलब
who are playing today. Again, that's the
obviously
whole
Virgil
point.
van Dijk तो छुट्टी पर गया ना. वीआर गोल
Okay.
चेक चल रहा है. वीआर वो छुट्टी पर गया है तो वही है बैकअप इसलिए. एंड Delict or Delict is certainly if I'm not wrong, one second, let me just check it once more. Yeah, Delict is also not there. Timber is playing, Defry is playing और यहाँ पे गोल दे दिया गया है.
Oh,
Netherlands, man, that's what they capitulate, man. That's what happens. Matlab, they're looking so good. No offside goal for Poland. And yes, Poland are back into the Nations League with these points. Very, very important point for Poland, I would say. Because they were on 3 points. It looks like वो जीतने वाले हैं. Unless Netherlands score two. मैंने 2-all किया था predict. Let's hope for the best. But I don't see that happening in reality. तो यहाँ पर I am really, really not happy यहाँ. Imagine if Belgium get a winner against Netherlands. Sorry, against Wales. Okay, they will be on 6 points. Poland will be on 6 points, and Netherlands will also be on 6 points. So it might get really interesting, tasty this group. एक बार लग रहा था Netherlands था favorite for the Nations League. काफी लोग ने मुझे DM किया था. लेकिन again, Bernardo Silva, Nunez, Cancelo, Diaz, they're all from the same academy. That's Benfica, even same batch. Okay, great, absolutely. Martial available. अरे भाई नहीं, come on, इतने बुरे दिन नहीं आए हैं. Chiesa is Mbappe of Juve. It is their future. Why would Juve sell? To make money? To make money, why not? क्योंकि यार I still feel that Allegri needs to change a lot. Oh yeah, goal! Woohoo! What a
Netherlands.
comeback by Netherlands. I think it's Klaassen scoring for Netherlands. Counter attack, brilliant ball, brilliant cross. If I'm not wrong, it was Blind or tap in almost. I thought at one moment he had missed Kadia, लेकिन नहीं. Klaassen scoring. That is what Netherlands.
Sterling had an open goal that he missed.
Oh my God! Brilliant cross, yaar. I think it took a glance. It took a glance of Depay or Polish centre half. I think probably Polish centre half or फिर Klaassen kind of thing. Daily Blind यार covering his mistakes. आज दो mistakes proper किए लेकिन coming back with a great cross and a great kind of a glance जो लिया ना. But I feel अरे Polish players क्यों अपील कर रहे हैं? कुछ तो handball या कुछ हुआ है क्या? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. But it's interesting that, by the way, just so you all know, I can see Bergwijn on the pitch. So looks like yes, it's a goal. It's a goal. It is a goal. Yes, Bergwijn and Depay are playing up front, right? Correct.
So it could be
Bergwijn and
2-2.
Depay are playing. So I think Klaassen kind of worked. Yeah, it's a great move because I think Depay being a more like a left inside forward, Bergwijn right inside forward. You have Klaassen. Lekin, I would still have a Wijnaldum any day in the long run. Still, I would say. I think next season is going to be of Haaland KDB duo. Haaland is goals. KDB is currently best chance creator. Your opinion?
Yeah.
कितने
I
गोल्स यार फतेह? Let's put a number. कितने गोल्स मारेगा हालैंड
I
प्रीमियर
think
लीग
he'll
में?
get at least 20 plus league goals.
20 plus.
Yeah.
चलो, I would say totally तो he'll make 25 goals, but league में I doubt it. I think probably the reason they bought him is I think they're going to save him for Champions League, and I think anyway City are going to dominate. ये मेरा opinion है as of now. तो I'm guessing यहाँ पर 1 second, let me just check. Foden नहीं खेल रहा है from what I remember. Yeah, it's Mount, Grealish and Sterling behind Abraham. That's what they're playing with England, right? So far, who
Sterling
had a
with-
better transfer? Madrid, City, Liverpool, Dortmund, or anyone else? You have to say Madrid, right?
No, I rate Haaland a lot, man. I think that City have
अरे
got
भाई साहब
2-2.
ऑफसाइड है. डम्फ्रीज का नॉन सेलिब्रेशन से मैं सोचा यार गुस्से में नहीं सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है, एंड थॉट इट्स अ गोल, बट नाउ ही सडनली रियलाइजिंग इट्स बीन गिवन ऑफसाइड. लेट्स सी, वीआर को जाएगा, लेकिन नहीं ऑफसाइड भाई. इट इज नॉट ऑफसाइड, कम ऑन.
It's a goal.
I think it's a goal. I think it's a legit goal. हाँ, maybe Bergwijn was, because Bergwijn ने पहले लिया था ball with a layoff, and then that might be a offside. I don't know. Let's see if Bergwijn was offside. लेकिन Dumfries wasn't offside from what I could see. There were lines on pitch. को भी देख रहे देखते. Wales get relegated. Okay, that's what आप बोल रहे हो देखते. That's quite possible. Belgium score, Tielemans scores. That's why. अच्छा, I get it now. गोल चेक हो रहा है वीआर का फॉर हॉलैंड. बाय द वे, लेट्स सी टीलेमंस आर्सेनल जाते जाते गोल स्कोर कर रहे हैं. बट अगेन यार, पीपल जो भी जुड़ा है अभी, do put in your comment about the Indian win, yeah, against Afghanistan. That was probably the story of the day, story of the week, I would say, easily, and story of maybe this calendar year for Indian football, easily. लेकिन यहाँ वीआर काफी टाइम लेते हुए, why is international boring? नहीं नहीं, हमेशा नहीं होता यार. आप you wait for the World Cup. You wait for the World Cup. You saw जो हुआ था यूरोज, काफी इंटरेस्टिंग हुआ था. So there are times, not every match is so good. I think it's about so many matches इतना consequential नहीं होते ना गौरव. That is the main reason I believe. यार ऑनसाइड लगा यार मुझे तो. I think even Bergwijn was level, and in fact Dumfries तो पीछे था. Don't tell me benefit doubt जाएगा पोलैंड को. Come on, it is an equalizer. And just I'm reminding Fateh and everyone watching, मैंने बोला था 2-2.
2-2. You just said it now. You know, when you went 2-0 down, you were like, okay, they'll be 2-2, but I don't see them coming back. Within 5
come on,
minutes,
Orange.
it's
It's a goal.
given.
It's a goal. Yeah,
Wow.
2-2.
That's-
2-2. And Nathan Aki का बॉल था where there's a layoff by Bergwijn. तो Bergwijn पर चेक चल रहा था. Dumfries तो definitely wasn't offside. लेकिन
I hope
nice ball by
this
Nathan Aki.
I hope this raises his price. Both Man U and Chelsea are interested. I hope we get 35-40 for him so that we can hold on to our main guys.
Nah, come on. That's not going to happen, you know it.
Man
Let's
U
be
might do
real.
it, man. They have a coach who can make it really work.
No,
You know,
I
they
don't
all-
think he'll get ready. Anyway, who's going to play right wing back for you then?
right
Lavia?
wing back for us. I think Lazzari might come.
Mhm.
Pelanova has already been brought in. He's a young kid from Cagliari. So,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
I mean, see, look, beggars can't be choosers. You know, like last year we lost Hakimi. This year
Are
we
you referring to Chelsea here? Are you referring to Chelsea?
Oh man, I'm referring to Inter. You know, so we can't really. And if look out of Lautaro, Barella, Bastoni, Skriniar, and Dumfries, everybody prefers Dumfries going, even though he's been very good for us and he's grown so much. And it's just his physicality. But I think he's somebody who would do very well in England. You know, he's just that big and strong, no nonsense sort of character, and he's good defensively too. So I hope Man U give us 35 million, man. 35 million, wow, what a deal. We bought him, I
लेकिन
think, for 12 plus
I know
bonuses.
that Ten Hag plays that way. मतलब with Mazraoui, you know how he played. लेकिन यार, honestly, Man United probably need someone who could defend better than Dumfries. Not that I'm not a fan. I think वो है liable यार थोड़ा सा. तो वहाँ पर थोड़ा सा मैं surprised हूँ. I don't see him going there. मतलब again, I might be wrong. I see him staying at Inter. That's what I'm seeing, him. But यहाँ पर again, people joining again. Let's like the stream वो करते हैं यहाँ, भूलना मत. कितने likes हुए यार अभी तक देखते हैं. मतलब I'm hoping that we have crossed the 100 like mark at least. That's a minimum. Let's do that for people who missed it. Again, we are doing a lot of content on the other channel as well, so do consider subscribing on Almighty Blues FC quickly. और यहाँ पर clearly लग रहा है Wales will get relegated. Oh yeah, come on, not even 70 likes. Come on, that's not done, people. Come on, let's like the stream, let's share it. और वी आर गोइंग टू डू समथिंग एल्स जो काफी लोगों को पसंद है इस चैनल में, आई नो वॉच लॉन्ग स्पेशली, और दैट इज अनदर 11, येट अनदर 11 जो हम इमेजिनरी हाइपोथेटिकल 11 जो हम करते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज, ऑल टाइम चेल्सी फॉरेन 11. और आपके कमेंट दीजिए, एंड दैट कुड बी ऑल टाइम मींस यू कुड हैव वॉच्ड फ्रॉम 2010 2015, डजंट मैटर, आप बोलिए व्हाटएवर इट इज. आई हैव वॉच्ड फ्रॉम 2000, तो मैं तो इंक्लूड करूंगा फ्रॉम 2000 मोस्टली. Football Greeks, I'll come to your question for sure, and same with Matata United. Let's start. Fateh, I would like nominations from you as well.
So goalkeeper, I think you're very easily going to get check.
हाँ, goalkeeper तो check है. That's
I
no two
don't
ways
think.
about it.
I mean, before him there was De Hoy, Ed De Hoy, Kudicini.
Kudicini, I was about to say yes,
Kudicini was
absolutely.
very underrated. People don't talk about him, but there were these one or two seasons where he was, under Ranieri, he was so good.
I have a question for that. Fateh, being an Italian football fan, na? Tiny
Yeah.
MM looks like injured. Don't you think uh, Toldo and Kudicini got a very bad deal with Italy?
It's true, especially when we look at Toldo and the Euro 2000 he had. I mean, that game against Netherlands, a goalkeeper doing that sort of performance, it's just, yeah, no way, no way. See, I knew the snake was coming. So that performance against Netherlands remains one of the best goalkeeping performances in an international tournament. The Euro 2000 semi-final. That was a legendary game, Italy versus Holland. I think it's on YouTube. If you've not seen it, if somebody's not seen it, they should see it. And so, yeah, but I think, but then see, that's what happens with goalkeepers. If you have a good goalkeeper, you are sorted for 15, 20 years, and then anybody else in that time frame is just, it's so sad for them. And that was a time when you didn't even sort of rotate goalkeepers. So it was very sad for Toldo, Kudicini. There were also some very good goalkeepers even internally in Italy who never got in because Buffon was Buffon.
या दैट्स अ फेयर पॉइंट. और यहाँ काफी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज आते हुए, और मैं देख रहा हूँ यहाँ पर कमेंट भी आ रहे हैं. कोटवा तो नहीं, या तो ना शाउट आउट भी नहीं दिया मैंने फॉर सर्टेन रीजन. ब्रिलियंट कीपर, नथिंग अगेंस्ट हिज कीपिंग, लेकिन यू नो व्हाट इट इज, राइट? Courtois. We're not going to, as in go in detail in that, why Chelsea hate him and all those things. There are a lot of reasons for that. Having said that, it's got to be Czech, right? Czech has got to get there. I think again, formation, I'll probably go for a 4-2-3-1,
4 to
maybe
3 1,
arguably,
Jose Mourinho.
because
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho, that was one of the formation, or I might just go for a 4-4-2. लेकिन यार come on, एक जन तो होने वाला है मेरे चेल्सी फॉरेन 11 में, वो आयन रॉबिन,
Robin.
वो तो
Yeah.
वो डाल दो. तो with him being playing, I think we cannot go with our
4-3-3.
diamond. We should
Go for your 4-3-3. Yeah.
4-3-3 will make more sense, or
4-2-3-1.
even a
Yeah,
4-2-3-1.
same. Yeah,
One
yeah.
of those two will make more sense. Absolutely. Nikhil, they were there. It was controversial, but I think overall they were very good as well. I think controversial tha because of obvious reasons, the refereeing and things like that. People almost said fixing and all those things. लेकिन यार Hiddink, again, one of the most underrated managers, in my opinion, one of the most underrated managers, for whatever reason आप बोलोगे, and I think Dutch football did not benefit enough from Hiddink. I think they made a mistake. I genuinely believe that.
In
लेकिन
what?
again,
How?
नहीं मतलब Hiddink for Dutch national team should have
See,
been.
98 World Cup, he was the coach.
हाँ, but he could have been there for a very very long time. He should have been kept. Whatever आप मनाओ यार, whatever be it, he should have. In my opinion, Hiddink should have. I know there were issues. हाँ, Hiddink का ये एक problem था. थोड़ा player issues था. इटली का गोल आने वाला है. अरे नहीं मिस कर दिया ना. That should have been a goal. Man, I think
that wing has been very weak with Di Lorenzo and then
right
Pessina.
wing,
They've
na?
missed a lot of chances. Yeah, they've missed a lot of chances, but they've gotten into good positions.
I think it was Di Lorenzo with the chance.
Di Lorenzo this time.
It was. Like yeah, just coming back to Hiddink, na, so there were a lot of player camp issues and the Hiddink. That was one of the main issues why one of the Dutch management not see him as a long term.
I think Seedorf was not taken to the 98 World Cup. I'm not so sure. Like I think we'll have to check.
Yeah, Seedorf, one of them I remember, one of the major tournaments for sure, probably 98.
And 1998, he had won the Champions League with Real Madrid under Jupp Heynckes against Juve. And I don't think he was at the World Cup. I could be wrong. But then,
that's what, na. See, Hiddink did something out of the box. वो था Hiddink का. You always got that with him. And at the same time, you can say that there were issues in the players, but he also was known for, kind of motivating them really well. especially in the South Korea. I think Australia also he was there, right?
Yeah,
Australia also he did a very
2006
good job.
Australia, South
Very good
Korea,
job.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, of course, right? No, I feel like he's not enough, like again. But South Korea, man, it was certainly good. मैं तो अभी भी बोलूँगा आज की South Korea should probably be much better after 2002 में जो achieve की था. They've kind of underachieved, I would say. And that's arguable. Almost आप बोलोगे हाँ मतलब host country होना you have an advantage, but still, man, I think 20 years में they've not done enough. What I expected. Still they are one of the best in Asia. But Nonto coming on, the
I was just
guy,
about to say
the
your boy
man,
coming on.
the myth, the legend for Locatelli और ये attacking change है Italy का proper. Pellegrini going off as well.
Very
So
interesting that they are taking off two very important midfielders, Pellegrini
हाँ,
and
I think it's
Locatelli.
all about the wing play. Like you said, na wing play they are seeing anyway they are doing well. So they are like go for double attack on the wing. So they are getting यहाँ पर Calvin Phillips is playing. Okay, I thought he's injured. लेकिन नहीं, वो खेल रहा है. He's coming on and Jared Bowen is also coming on.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Harry
भाई
Kane's
गौरव
coming
मैंने
on. I'm very certain Harry Kane
ऑलरेडी
will score.
आंसर कर दिया. एक सेकंड सॉरी. बट गौरव मैंने ऑलरेडी आंसर कर दिया है. इसका मतलब है आप सुन ही नहीं रहे हो मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ. But anyway,
No,
yeah.
Harry Kane is
Fateh,
coming
please.
on. He's going to score a goal. He's going to score the winner. Just watch.
Okay, let's see. I'm just hoping, yeah, there's a goal, man. Come on. That's why, man, this England team doesn't excite me at all. There was a time when I used to get excited by England, man. I'm not. I'm not. Gakpo coming on for Netherlands team. Timber going off. How was Timber's day, people? Timber's day was not bad. लेकिन मैं बोलूंगा Netherlands team were tested more from the left hand side. So I don't think Timber was tested enough. So it'll be unfortunate or rather unfair to kind of say that he did good or bad. लेकिन हाँ, Burgers going off. So
Mount
that's
is
an
also
interest.
off.
Yes, absolutely.
Much,
तो
much.
यहाँ पर quickly again, coming back to our team, जो हम try कर रहे थे all time Chelsea 11, and again people do like, share, subscribe. 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 is what you're going for. Right back, people will say Aspiricueta without a shadow of a doubt. No, it's got to be one guy that is Branislav Ivanovic. ब्रानिस्लाव इवानोविच जब थे और बाय द वे शाउट आउट देना चाहूंगा और ये काफी स्ट्रेंज है फतेह आई नो पीपल अगेन इवन यू टेल मी Chelsea, for whatever success we have achieved, na, under Jose Mourinho, even under Hiddink, हमने बात की in the under Ancelotti.
Avram Grant. Yeah.
Strangely, मैं बोलूं, we did not have a proper right back before
Right back.
Ivanovic. We didn't have. हाँ, बोलोगे Paulo Ferreira was great. I
No, no.
disagree, man. I disagree.
I
He
don't know
was
what
the
happened.
only. He was the main target for opposition players
Yeah.
and managers. Okay, he was a brilliant servant to Chelsea, one of the best servants to Chelsea ever. ठीक है हाँ one of the most adaptable players ever, very good squad player लेकिन नहीं, for a starter he was not. Who else? Belletti maybe a shout, but maybe again he came, he was almost finished. Some
Yeah.
great goals. Do I actually come on? I won't do this. I know people will clip this otherwise. लेकिन हाँ करते हैं यार just for the sake of saying it. The poor man's cost Kafu. I don't know आपको पता है फतेह the poor man's Kafu मैं किसको बुलाता हूँ?
Maicon.
नहीं चेल्सी में था poor man's Kafu. Maicon was very good on his day. Poor
Who
man's
could that
Kafu
be?
is Zappacosta.
Zappacosta? No way.
Obviously, यार, I'm kind of insulting Kafu. वहाँ पर one of my
Yeah.
favorite right backs.
Yeah.
लेकिन Zappacosta in his day, could really take on players like crazy, man. मतलब वो है और अभी भी कर रहे हैं at left wing back for Atalanta. People are following him very closely. He's actually doing very well. Having said that, that was just a joke. That was just for fun. Definitely मैं उसको लीग में नहीं डाल रहा. We remember we had Tal Benaim.
Samuel Galabona.
नहीं Tal Benaim was who came from as an Israeli defender who
Okay.
used to play for Bolton if I remember right. He had come and it was under Avram Grant. Then we had Khalid Boularus.
Khalid Boularus, yeah.
Taking the number 9 jersey.
Number 9 jersey, and he was very tough, but I think he could play as a centre back also. Again, Ivanovic could play as a centre back.
Correct. So player profile में very similar to Ivanovic, but player ability and player commitment or rather just the focus zero, man. Khalid Boularus was the guy जो मैं बोलूँगा every second he told me that अच्छा अभी penalty दी. That kind of situation. So
Yeah.
that was a problem. लेकिन हाँ right back foreign और कौन है भाई, मतलब recent years में foreign right back I can't remember many others from the back of my mind, but I think yeah, that's about it. Maybe shout outs at best. And of course William Gallas could play right back as well. That
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
certainly one of the consideration. William Gallas in fact could play anywhere in the back four. That was
yeah.
Jose Mourinho used him. Again, why would I pick Gallas? Yeah, someone who played for Arsenal and Spurs. I won't pick him. Or of course, he actually said that I'll score own goals when he wanted to leave Chelsea. After what happened at Chelsea, that's not on, boss.
But
तो
you
मैं
know,
जाने वाला हूँ definitely Ivanovic without a shadow of a doubt, because the guy actually won us a Europa League. He actually got us to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, the one that we won. And of course, on his day, arguably modern era का English Premier League में best right back in my opinion. I
hmm,
don't think that peak Ivanovic has ever come in English football. Very different player than a Kyle Walker, a Reece James, or Trent. Like I think a complete kind of a right back who did literally everything in his day. That's what I'm saying, right? And really has strength. And the strength element में goes over Walker. But yeah, Aspi was eventually right by Bhaiya. I disagree यहाँ पर. The reason why I did not speak much about Aspi is like Fateh. You remember the Mourinho comeback season, right? यहाँ पर
hmm,
Ashley Cole was phased out.
hmm,
Ashley Cole was phased out, and we had brought in Felipe Luis at left back. Felipe
hmm,
Luis was homesick or whatever, or Mourinho did not favor him. So, and we had even before that Yuri Zirkov. So we had a lot of players, who had come in that period when Aspi was signed. लेकिन the fact that arguably you would say in a four at the back system, जो हम जा रहे हैं इस टीम के लिए, he's had his best moments in left back than right back. I think he was probably one of the best one-on-one defender there is in the Premier League at a time. Or he had not given a single foul away for directly leading to a goal for so many years, and he played right wing back or right centre back more in his latter years of Chelsea. But he played that one season. I know it's just one season, but one season proper. I remember we reached the semi-finals in the Champions League. It was a year before we won the league. Actually, two seasons, right? 2014 say to 2013 say 2015, almost two seasons, because Ryan Bertrand he didn't play enough. So I think almost two seasons he played at left back, right? So मैं जाना चाहूंगा Aspilicueta at left back, the foreign guy. I don't know, Fateh, would you see I'm being unfair to Gallas or Wainbridge? No, Wainbridge to English.
English would
Sorry.
be English. We can't have it.
No, Del Horno.
I said Del Horno. Yeah, that was the name. I was thinking about a
नहीं नहीं
Spaniard.
इसलिए मैं बोल रहा था ना उस समय की चेल्सी की टीम आपको याद है बाय द वे आई नो मैं चेल्सी का थोड़ा नॉस्टैल्जिया टॉक कर रहा हूं यहाँ पीपल बट आई एम होपिंग इट्स समथिंग टू लर्न बिकॉज़ मैच में कुछ हो नहीं रहा ज्यादा बट विल बी
I
रिएक्टिंग
remember
एज वेल
Celestine Babayaro was one left back. Who else
बाबा
was there?
यारो was certainly a good left back लेकिन he was more like हाँ by the way talking about if you're talking Baba Yaro what about bhai how can I forget his name man the Wigan guy the right back who went to Wigan.
Who
Oh
went to
my
Wigan?
God, he's Dutch.
Bogarde? No.
Really best right back who played for Wigan, yeah, who played for Chelsea when Babayar was in the team. Man, he loves Chelsea, adores Chelsea. He's basically Dutch who almost even in media, talks always good about Chelsea even today. आज के दिन में as a pundit. अरे भाई, how can I forget? Oh my God! Until I get that, I'm not able to breathe. How can I forget? He's Dutch. He's right back. Uh, how I'm just forgetting his name, man.
So
Totally
there was
forgotten, man. He
one
went to
Vincent Bogarde. There was one the guy who went to Barcelona.
no. This guy actually he played for Birmingham B, I think if I remember right. He
Birmingham B.
played.
Yeah, yeah. There was a Dutch. Uh, don't look at
Oh
his name.
man.
Don't Google
Anyway,
his name.
I'm not able to Google like right now. For some reason, I'm not getting it. I
So just
am
think
trying to
about
Google.
it. There
I
was
think
this
he was in the
guy.
okay. He was in the Chelsea squad. By the way, people, अभी scores को change नहीं हुए from what I see. Wales, Belgium, he was 1-0 है with Belgium leading. Correct me if I'm wrong. लेकिन Chelsea 2002 2003 season he was there definitely. He played in the Ranieri. Let's see. Let me see if I can pick up the squad itself and search for him. Wow, I can't remember it. Oh man, I simply cannot believe it. I simply cannot believe it. Uh, No, Bogart was definitely one. Albert Ferrer, नहीं, I would say Mario Melchiot. अरे भाई साहब,
Mario Melchiot. Okay,
Mario
okay.
Melchiot, man. How could I forget his name? He was a shout. He was decent on his day. Like, and again, Jeremy had some very very good game, but again, sample size chota hai in terms of right back. He played midfielder slash right back and didn't start many games. So yeah, again, not many right backs that I remember. Left back Del Horno, वही reason मैं बोलूँगा. Del Horno and Paulo Ferreira दोनों ही were attacked a lot. Do you remember people? Del Horno had that game against Messi. Literally Messi, as in that was one of the nights where Messi was really born, on a
Yeah,
larger stage.
and
As
I
in,
think that foul happened, and then
correct.
yeah,
We were not there even this much in that match, in the second leg. I remember it was a 2-0 if I remember right. I don't know if I'm correct, but maybe 2-0 or 2-1.
no.
लेकिन
So
हाँ,
who
Chelsea में
came
Spanish players.
who came after when Del Horno left? Like who came around 2010 to 2015? Who was your left back?
That's what, 2010 we had, so Ashley Cole ruled till 2010, right? Or फिर basically we made a lot of signings. Now we made Yuri Zirkov come on.
Yuri Zirkov,
We had obviously Ryan Bertrand was one of them for one season who played. Then हमारे पास यहाँ पर injury लग रही है by the way, Nathan Ake की. We had obviously at left back Marcos Alonso later on, definitely. Van Aanholt has hardly played for Chelsea, to be honest. I actually like the guy, but defensively, काफी issues. Mario Melker looks like Seedorf, absolutely. Victor Moses, right wing back, but we are going 4 at the back. Nahi. We'll do an all-time UCL 11 also. Fair enough, Nikhil, मैं start कर रहा हूँ. I think left back और कौन sign किया था हमने? Felipe
So I
Luis.
think it has to be Espilicueta then.
Exactly, मेरा वही reason है यार. Foreign में left back में और foreign में full back में. There have been very few foreigners who have played full back for us.
But even if Gallas left you like that, his performances when he was at Chelsea, I think he was one of the world's best defenders.
Yeah,
Like
at the
I
best
remember,
season ever. 15 goals conceded in one season.
Yeah.
लेकिन यार, the thing about Aspi is, right, Aspi actually created more than Gallas in left back. I believe that. So again, my thing is, again, maybe it's recency bias taken. What Aspi has done for Chelsea, come on, I have to pick the guy. Yeah. You have to be honest. Like, you're comparing Aspi and Gallas. Aspi is a true club legend. A true club legend. Now Gallas is someone that, okay, he did great on the pitch and brilliant memories, but the way he left was a bad taste in the mouth. Just like almost like Christensen, or worse than him, I would say. So इसलिए मैं नहीं जानना चाहूँगा. Alonso should get a shout out, absolutely, definitely shout out, because he did brilliantly in 2017. लेकिन वही है, अगर wing back खिलाते तो Alonso probably would have gotten in, and that's a fact. Because wing back नहीं खिला रहे, 4 at the back खेल रहे हम लोग, and that is why I'm going with that. Centre half again, people, and do let me know what are happening in the matches. जहाँ तक मुझे लगा है Dutch team are defending now. What about England and Italy? क्या चल रहा है? Fateh?
It's 0-0. I think I expected more from Kane, but he's just come on. But now Skamaka is off. Raspadori is coming on. I still think Kane will have that one chance where he'll score.
Okay, let's see. I hope so. वहाँ पर हो कुछ, absolutely. Wales Belgium. I am still looking at it. 62 minutes हुए नहीं, 73 minutes हो गए अभी. Or Belgium is winning 1-0 अभी भी. That is what the difference is, and Wales kind of going out. Looks like it, but I don't know, man. देखते हैं, मतलब is Eden Hazard is on, by the way. Eden Hazard is on, people. But Tielemans with the goal, or Hungary or Germany का अभी भी 1-1 है. So nothing happening there, nothing much. लेकिन यहाँ पर मैं quickly formation भी बना रहा हूँ, because again it's kind of people that we have in center backs. Yeah, you tell me, you tell me your options, maybe as an opponent or as a neutral.
See, we have to look at Desai and Leboeuf first. That era obviously is forgotten, but they were such legendary defenders, and they won the World Cup, and they were at Chelsea. So I think those are two names that we must consider. But then, I think without Ricardo Carvalho, I don't think there's I mean, what a player, man. He has to be there. I think you will put Carvalho there.
Yeah, Ricardo Carvalho. वो तो मतलब even मैं तो अच्छा, by the way, Bergwijn is coming off and Berghaus is coming on, so they are having a hold up man up front, looks like. देखो यार, मतलब I have to say this, Ricardo Carvalho, as much as I love JT, and probably for me, arguably he's the best ever player, and that's how I look at JT.
Yeah.
लेकिन
no, Carvalho is better than JT.
That's what I'm coming to. So, in a strange way, I would say Carvalho doesn't get the plaudits enough because of the aura that JT had. तो
Yeah.
वो एक चीज है which goes against Carvalho. और people forget like longevity is something that आपको देखना पड़ेगा भाई. The guy played till 40 if I'm not wrong, at the
Yeah.
very top level, at the very
Yeah.
very top level. And even Real Madrid के लिए मतलब just as a player man, the guy has done everything man possible. He's won Euro 2016, remember that was his last, almost peak में नहीं थे, but again that's what it is. But again Makelele or Kante, who would you put? I'll come to that after. लेकिन हाँ सेंटर बैक तो यहाँ पर अभी तक कौन हुआ है, लाइक अगेन 4-3-3 अगर देख रहे हैं तो लेफ्ट बैक अभी तक एस्पी हुआ है, ठीक है. दैट इज व्हाट इट इज. एंड लेट मी एक्चुअली पुट इन, सॉरी एक सेकेंड, मैं यहाँ पर पोजीशन नेम चल कर देता हूँ. चलो तो लेट मी शेयर द स्क्रीन यहाँ पर पीपल. यहाँ पर डियोंग लड़ते हुए with the referee, I don't know for whatever reason. So I'm sharing my screen, and of course, Fateh, would like your inputs to continue as the chat as well, and hopefully everyone again do like, share, subscribe, and we will come to कौन सा कर दिया मैंने, हाँ इतने सारे विंडोज ओपन है कि मैं सोचा यार गलत नहीं कर दूँ. आई होप यू आर एबल टू सी राइट.
या
ठीक है. तो गोलकीपर हमने किसको पिक किया था, हमने पिक किया था चेक को, ठीक है.
राइट बैक इवानोविच.
यहाँ पर सब सुपर सब पुडिचिनी ब्रैकेट में डालो, ठीक है, if need be. And यहाँ पर एसपी the second best left back at Chelsea foreigner is probably Gallas, right?
I would really want Gallas in the team along with Carvalho.
That's a fair point. You have to give what he has achieved. At least second back, left back as a foreigner at Chelsea, definitely.
I mean, because that Chelsea team, like Gallas, Terry, who else? Ashley Cole.
Gallas was more reliable than Wainbridge because Wainbridge काफी injured थे in that season. 2004-05.
From what I remember is Ashley Cole left back, Gallas right back at that stage.
So when Ashley Cole had come, Gallas had kind of started rotating with Carvalho. That was what happening. So यहाँ पर what he preferred when Mourinho came under Ashley Cole, he preferred playing Essien at right back.
Who?
Essien, Mourinho.
Essien came later on though, but I think the first Mourinho season it was Ashley Cole, Carvalho, Terry, and then Gallas.
Ashley Cole wasn't there. Ashley Cole wasn't there in 2004-05.
Oh.
Exactly. Ashley Cole did not win the league till 2010.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Sorry, 2006. Let me check again. I think 2006 he was there. I guess but 2005 when he was definitely not there. He was an Arsenal player. Wow. That is what the big debate was, right? With the Arsenal fans always. So Ashley Cole, he came to Chelsea in 2006. Okay. So that means that he won his first league title with Chelsea in 2010. So I remember all those years because काफी Arsenal fans used to also kind of tease me that क्या हुआ Chelsea आकर Champions League final हार गया and all those things. लेकिन then he showed what he could do, winning the Champions League twice. As in not twice, sorry, once, but once almost there with Arsenal with the final. Just a reminder, Arsenal haven't won, but yeah. It was definitely Wainbridge who was our first choice left back in 2004-05. But because of him being injured so often, Gallas used to end up playing left back. Yeah. Or Ferreira used to be the cover. So Tomori White deserves a call up.
Ivanovic on the right and Carvalho right centre back.
तो वो तो कर देते हैं. तो Ivanovic on the right. Again, I don't think there's even a shout out for a right back backup. वही Gallas kind of covers both the positions में डाल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? एक Gallas को डाल रहा हूँ. Then Carvalho kind of walks in. The other centre half again, Marcel Desailly definitely जो Terry accounts so much for his thing. Lebov से ज़्यादा Desailly I would say. But do you have any other shouts quickly?
I remember the Brazilian Alex was there.
Alex, yeah.
He was there. Who else has been? Who have been in the last 10 years? Who have been the mainstays? Not Cahill, obviously.
But David Luiz is a shout.
I would not put David Luiz though.
I am tempted to put David Luiz. He won a Champions League.
Four-man back.
Yeah, why not? David Luiz is prime. Again, हम जो pick करे people, we are picking players who are in the prime, correct, for Chelsea. David Luiz in his prime, he changed, man, a lot of things. Well, by the way, Poland is almost going to score. Don't tell me they missed it. Offside, offside. चलो. लेकिन हाँ, James, yeah, he might overtake Ivanovic. He has all the characteristics to do that. Absolutely agree. But again, it's a foreign level that we're speaking for now. So I think David Luiz, क्या देखो, he won a league. Firstly, he won a Champions League, or not just he won a Champions League, he won a league. He was essential. आप देखो अंडर कॉन्टे 2017 में he came back and he won the league. You can argue that Jose Mourinho sold him to PSG. He didn't want to go. At that point, arguably in the league, even he had a fantastic start to the league. Yeah, 2014 mein, when he was signed, he had a fantastic start. I remember, but he was really praised. And then 2012 Champions League. Who can forget playing with an injury, playing with one leg? हम जैसे बोलते हैं. But at the same time, like a Gallus factor, this guy went away to PSG, celebrated against Chelsea, went to Arsenal.
But would you not want to put Rudiger or Thiago Silva for having won the Champions League there?
Exactly, I'm coming to that. So, but Rudiger, now talk about Rudiger. Rudiger, what has he done?
No,
What has he
but
done?
see, Ankit, players will come and go. But if you leave the transfers aside, the impact they had on the pitch, like that is why
Huh, of
when I
course.
talk about Gallas,
Mm,
peak Gallas is the Chelsea Gallas. Like
mm.
I remember 2006 World Cup, he was playing for France. He was, it was difficult to just go through him. Like very temperamental, I get it, but so that's why I'm just wondering, like, can we say that just because they transferred, so we're not going to look at them? Like,
नहीं नहीं मतलब देखो again like people I know that we're talking this a bit too much but the fact is like not much is happening in the match. Louis a right back nahi. This one I'll quickly take. Yeah, he was a liability when he was given the space, give him that proper responsibility. He'll do well in his prime. देखो Gallus is a brilliant shout. Rudiger is also a very good shout. Like come on, people who follow the channel know it. Like I love Rudiger the way he did in last 2 years. But honestly, he disappointed on the Lampard. He was injured for majority part of maybe when he was signed. Okay, he had a major injury. Remember, even after Roma when he came on, and I think last 2 years, arguably he has been the best Chelsea on form centre back that has been ever been. Arguably, इतना अच्छा form दिखाया at times. Same with Thiago Silva. तो दोनों ही. So for me, longevity simply in one word बोलो, longevity does not bring Rudiger and Thiago Silva into that conversation of actually getting into the 11. यहाँ पर लड़ाई होते हुए proper Dumfries is like showing that he has a leadership element और लड़ रहे हैं proper. Gakpo, Dumfries, Ake is playing the peacemaker. Poland, all of a sudden, I don't know, by Nations League, people say friendlies. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Challenge गया proper. और Poland का player खुश नहीं तो he retaliated. So yeah, coming back to the centre half, yeah,
Alex
honestly, David Luiz has
David
had
Luiz.
a
Okay.
longer spell. Yes, I would have picked Galas if he had not done what he did. David Luiz also did, but he did not say that I'm going to score an own goal. That's a bit too extreme, man. Come on, come on. Like I'm not going to put anyone who say that I'm going to score an own goal for Chelsea. Come on, for whatever he did in the all-time
Who,
best 11.
who were Ranieri's centre backs though? 2001, 2002, like Desai was still playing?
हाँ देसाई एंड देन टेरी केम ऑन ना टेरी आ गया था ना देसाई लेबुफ यू कॉल्ड इट ऑलरेडी देसाई एंड
No, Desai, Lebouf. I remember Lebouf. They were in the Viali days. Okay, they were there for the Ranieri days also. But who was there when the last Ranieri year, like 2003-4?
2003-4 2003-4 में टेरी was definitely playing every game and actually Gallas was there. Gallas used to play.
Okay.
गैलस यूज्ड टू प्ले हाँ तो दैट्स अ गुड पॉइंट फतेह एक्चुअली याद दिलाया मुझे गैलस वो भी सीजन खेला है लेकिन यार आर्गुएबली दैट सीजन वी शुड हैव डन बेटर रॉबर्ट हुथ वी
Booth,
फॉरगॉट
yeah, under Mourinho, I still remember.
अंडर
Oh,
रानियरी वो इंजर्ड थे लेकिन आई
Ranieri.
थिंक ही वाज साइन अंडर रानियरी एंड अंडर Mourinho also he played a few games absolutely but I think yeah major defenders were them itself. I'm not seeing anyone else. William Gallas, Robert Huth and John Terry apart from Desai under Ranieri. So I think yeah definitely Desai did great, brilliant. But
He
again,
did.
have I seen enough of Desai? Not much, to be honest.
Hmm.
गोल हो गया अरे नहीं भाई पॉइंट ब्लैंक से Netherlands missed it. Point blank save from the Polish goalkeeper. I can't believe it, man. This one should have been a goal. Proper goal होना चाहिए था ये. And I know Szczesny ka there's some problem. I don't know what is the problem, but he's on the bench for whatever reason. Uh, anyway,
So let's
so
go with
people tell
David.
me, people help me out. People जो भी chat में हैं आप help करो. For Chelsea, जितना आपको पता है और जितना आपने देखा है बोलिए. Desai, the legend that he was, came to Chelsea. Terry ने काफी कुछ सीखा है उससे. Lebov, who was basically one of our highest goal scorers. हाँ, हमारे penalty taker, our set piece taker. Lebov was one of them. Then we had obviously Carvalho who walks in. फिर we had arguably Robert Huth but did not play enough. We had Gallas. Again, lot of ifs and buts in terms of his attitude towards the end, like in brilliant player. Or did he play centre half enough? That's also my question. He was like throughout in the defense he played, like in centre half enough. I don't remember him being the proper centre half for Chelsea all the time. Then Alex definitely deserves a big shout out for me. मैं बोलूंगा arguably अगर Alex रहता ना for the Champions League final where he should have been there, यहाँ पर एक VAR check हो रहा है by the way. VAR check people. लेकिन अगर AVB wouldn't have sold Alex, I would have put Alex because he would have won the Champions League with Chelsea. ठीक है. लेकिन because he didn't do that versus maybe a David Luiz जिसने इतना सारा चीज जीता है, I think David Luiz got to be there, man. I have to say. Again, I'm picking my team Fateh, so I'm going to.
Yeah. No, that's what I like.
Oh yeah, Desai not at his peak is better than the Luiz. Fair enough. लेकिन यार again at Chelsea, did he come at his peak?
No, even if he came towards the end of his peak, I think the fact that 98 World Cup winner, he won the Cup Winners' Cup, I think, with Chelsea. So
Oh yeah, of course. And he was captain of Chelsea. वो सब चीज नहीं. But again, the reason why I'm not considering Desai, one of the reasons is that the fact that I used to follow a lot of football when it comes to 99, 2000, 98 and all. लेकिन I used to watch the finals only. तो मैं हर एक game नहीं देखा, तो it will be unfair for me to kind of judge them. I have watched Desai. Penalty हो गया भाई. Netherlands get a penalty and my score prediction might just come wrong, or maybe Depay misses it. I don't know. People let me know, or I chose the right match to watch. Netherlands, Poland, far more drama, far more things happening. यहाँ पर handball.
But England are about to get a winner too. Harry Kane off a free kick. Let's see.
Yeah. England Italy match is probably, I think Italy के perspective से not too bad. England के perspective से it is
Here comes the
height of
goal.
board. यार आई नो देसाई काफी लोग बोल रहे हैं भाई, लेकिन वही है, मेरा हर एक मिनट देसाई का नहीं देखा हूं, डेविड लुइस का देखा हूं. और अगेन इन हिज प्राइम 2013-14 he was good. 2012-13 he was really good. 2011 when he was signed he was fantastic. 2017 आकर he actually did a great job in fire the back as well. So I think very a player जो midfield में भी cover कर सकता है, player who could actually score you goals that Hollywood pass. I would have David Luiz because of longevity more than anything that मैंने देखा है, simply put. But देखा जाए तो Luiz and Rudiger won same stuff with Chelsea. Rudiger winning the Club World Cup too. Okay. नहीं यार, I disagree. अरे मिस कर दिया भाई. What a terrible penalty. Terrible.
Memphis?
Yes man. Who else? भाई इसका कॉन्फिडेंस को क्या हो जाता है भाई, मतलब all of a sudden it dips suddenly, right? But why did he kind of try that so wide of the mark kind of shot? Memphis, man, what have you done? It's okay. I know 1 point is not too bad considering the situation of the group. Oh no, it hit the post. Chalo, not too bad is what I thought initially. Side angle से लग रहा था he missed entirely. लेकिन नहीं, he hit the post. He did an Aspie what Aspie did in FA Cup final. Bad memories. Talk about them. लेकिन हाँ, everyone यार आज लगता है काफी लोग सो गए. But anyway, having said that, again, people just doing something interesting here. I have to go for. I have to disagree here with football creeks. Rudiger is superb. Club World Cup, yes, we never won. और एक और गोल होते होते बच गया भाई. What a save from the Polish goalkeeper, a header. I think it was Depay itself. Last few minutes of the game, or Depay finally realizing he's a striker. पहले पेनल्टी लेते हुए जो मिस भी कर दिए, लेकिन अभी अच्छा हेडर, लेकिन बढ़िया सेव और कॉर्नर गया, लेकिन नहीं फॉलो अप से वी कुडंट डू एनीथिंग. Depay in there, what a finish man, what a finish. तो यहाँ पर ना देखो, Rudiger has won what? Rudiger has won Europa League. वहां पर भी arguably he did not play much to be honest. But हाँ चलो we'll give him the Europa League. ठीक है. What else? Rudiger has won obviously Club World Cup, the Super Cup, the Champions League of course. Who can forget? ठीक है. We are talking four proper trophies and an FA Cup. If I remember right, 2018 mein he was there. Yes, 2018 mein he was there. He's won an FA Cup. He's not won the league. And someone who's won the league, I think, has to be spoken highly enough for me. Uh, I think it kind of overpowers the Super Cup as much as I love the Super Cup and Club World Cup. I think clearly it overpowers the Super Cup and Club World Cup put together. David Luiz has won the league in 2017. Okay? David Luiz has won the Champions League in 2012. David Luiz, again, he has
It's
moving part.
over.
Yes,
Italy nil, England nil. It's over.
इट्स ओवर. अरे भाई
Yeah.
अच्छा हुआ खत्म हो गया मैच तो. और विल शो द ग्रुप्स एज वेल. तो यहाँ पर आई एम गोइंग विद David Luiz because of those reasons. Doesn't matter with scores. I should use your predictions as serious matters. Absolutely. तो यहाँ पर David Luiz आ रहे. By the way, we might continue this team because I don't think we're going to finish this team at this rate. Fateh. मैं काफी kind of
भावुक हो
went
गए
on a
हैं.
rant.
Yeah.
Uh,
Defending. See, I'll just say it like you might be the Chelsea fan, but I think this defense is not as strong simply because David Luiz is there, and the whole world
Man,
remembers what all has happened to him. So, if people are watching, if I was the Chelsea manager, my defense would be Gallas, Desai, Carvalho, Ivanovic.
maybe many people agree with you. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll remind you something. You have Petacek behind, you have Aspi in the left hand side and Ivanovic on the right hand side. Or
Yeah.
Carvalho we are forgetting. Or remember, one more plus point. Agar David Luiz or Carvalho or Prime Carvalho play, people might not recognize who's who.
Oh my God! No, man, no.
Oh, I've kind of lost it anyway. It's like too many streams today. You get and then super chat to 25%. Hope you get what I mean. Exactly, but we don't kind of support that. You know what I mean as well. England, Germany, Italy, and still Hungary might take it to the top two. Exactly. My Nations League is getting interesting more than ever. Quickly यहाँ पर just to kind of finish the team quickly without reasoning अगर मैं देता हूँ.
नहीं, नहीं. You take your time. Now you've come to the midfield. So I think
अरे
one.
रात के 2:15 बज रहे हैं फतेह. और मैच खत्म होने वाले हैं और वी हैव टू स्पीक अबाउट द मैच आल्सो ना थोड़ा बहुत.
Yeah.
लेकिन हाँ यहाँ पर लेफ्ट सेंटर मिडफील्ड में आई डोंट नो मैन.
You can put this on hold. Next time we are on.
I have a problem यहाँ, major problem. You know what? I think Fateh kind of knows it already.
Huh.
Fateh knows it.
What is it?
I have to pick Zola and Hazard. Both have to be there in the team. Zola
But they
and
have to
Hazard.
be forwards. They can't. You can't put them in midfield.
Exactly. लेकिन फॉर्मेशन में थोड़ा सा इश्यू हो रहा है ना, तो Zola can play. Let's go this. ठीक है. तो for me मतलब people will say I'm mad. Makelele, Ballack, Essien, obviously the prime Chelsea का बोलोगे या बोलोगे even who else was there man, maybe arguably Ruud Gullit, but have I seen him enough? No. Ruud Gullit, that's why मैं नहीं डालना चाहूंगा Ruud Gullit को. Who else?
Gus
Who else?
Poyet.
Gus Poyet was he was more like in this position actually. Gus Poyet is an option. Lekin again went to Tottenham. Wales equalized. Bhai Sahab, Wales equalized. Some news at least finally coming in. Johnson scoring in the 86th minute. Interesting. Or Wales have just about kept themselves in the group. Kante, Essien, Makelele. Kante is a brilliant shout. Okay. Maybe I'm a romantic. मैं बोलूंगा भाई मतलब again Essien. I think Essien has got to be there. A prime again. People we are taking a prime in
No,
terms of and longevity as well.
You should not rush this. Like next time we can do this next time, because look, how do you put out Ballack or Malouda or Essien or Makalele?
I'll tell you how.
or
I'll tell you how.
Poyet?
I Malouda तो नहीं यार, Malouda नहीं. लेकिन हाँ एक चीज मैं बोलूँ, हाँ Fabregas is a brilliant shout.
Fabregas, yeah.
जी for me मेरे लिए how do I put someone out? It's because of maybe whom I like better at Chelsea. Simply put, at Chelsea whom I like
No.
better. That has to
I
be the
still
difference
remember
maker.
there was this player, this very good player, Mario Stanic. He was a Croat. He was
Yeah,
injured a
he
lot.
had
So fun.
he was like a Belletti or a Zappacosta who had a great goal in him. He was not great. Come on,
But he was a special player, man. Like he could come
special,
on and
yes.
change the game.
Yeah, you can say that, but again, I think यहाँ Belletti को डालने वाला था. Balak is the guy
I mean, come
to be.
on, Ankit, you don't have, you're not putting Makalele there. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, the guy who, come on. I mean, and Veron has played for Chelsea. I mean, there's so many legends who
वेरॉन इज
played
अ
for
फ्लॉप. वेरॉन, बाय द वे,
Veron.
मैच इट्स ओवर और यहाँ पर मेरी प्रेडिक्शन सही आ रही है. नेदरलैंड्स पोलैंड का हो गया है 2-2. इट्स फिनिश्ड एंड नेदरलैंड्स ऑन टॉप ऑफ द ग्रुप विद 7 पॉइंट्स. इंग्लैंड इटली का 0-0, दैट वाज अ स्टेलमेट. और वेल्स बेल्जियम का 1-1 अभी तक चल रहा है मैच फ्रॉम व्हाट आई सी. बाप रे.
Yeah.
लेकिन हाँ यार, अगेन मतलब मैं रीजन देता हूँ. फॉर मी, इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्राइम, आप फॉर्मेशन में देखो ना, the way, if you are going 4-2-1-3, ठीक है, I would want your R2, I'm playing a double pivot, तो वहां पर I don't think McAlary fits as well as an SC and a Barrack together.
Hmm.
ठीक है, plus the fact that, simply put, in simple terms मैं बोलूं, I love everyone, don't get me wrong, but for me, if you ask me who are your all-time favorite midfielders in Chelsea,
Hmm.
for me SCN is my answer. I'm real in that because the prime SCN, he could do everything possible, everything possible. It's just that वो injury prone इतना था और his career went nowhere. I understand that, but the fact is he's also been a servant to the club. He was there. He was there very much when we won stuff, right? So SCN, very much. Or Balak, yeah, this is a left field choice. That I agree. Balak was a left field choice, but again, maybe it's a personal choice.
Hmm.
Maybe because Balak was one of the, as in probably the first celebrity ever जिसने मुझे DM किया था. Maybe
Really?
I have that soft corner. Yeah, he did. I used to blog a lot of times before, so he
Huh?
actually commented on that blog. Unfortunately, the
What did
blog
he
is no
say?
longer there. I wish I would have shared.
Oh my God.
So,
What did he say?
मतलब he appreciated me, right?
Wow,
And
man. This is.
of course, just talking about Chelsea formation. In fact, very coincidentally, that was a blog about Chelsea's squad and formations. That was way back, yeah, way back. In fact, But anyway,
2008,
so
9, 10. Wow, man. Like,
yeah, or again,
like,
Balak is not kind of, he's a player who's not won enough at Chelsea. Yeah, you can argue that, but
no, he
I
did
think
win the double, though. That
of
Ancelotti
course
year, he was very good.
but remember, he was literally robbed of a couple of penalties in 2009 against Barca.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
that
yeah.
season, he was something else.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was one guy because of Lampard going a little bit further. Balak had actually, put the brakes on in his game, or he was there so reliable. How many foreign midfielders we've had? Okay. By the way, one shout out I have to also give is Nemanja Matic. Huh? Nemanja
Hmm.
Matic, I know a lot of Chelsea fans don't like him as much because of the way he left Man United just following Mourinho. But I think he was superb. One of the very few guys who played against Yaya Toure very well, a prime Yaya Toure. So yeah, Nemanja Matic deserves a shout out for sure in recent times. Kante obviously should be there instead of Bala. In terms of longevity, I disagree. Balak was there. Let me check it again. I might be wrong, but Balak was there longer. Yeah, Balak was there till 2011. People, he was there till 2011. Or of course, he was signed along with Shevchenko, and one of the big signings in terms of name. I know he was coming on a free. He came at 30. One more thing, point to be noted. Fateh, Balak came at 30 in Chelsea, and the way he performed at Chelsea at 30, after 30.
Yeah.
ठीक है, he was there. Okay, 2010 तक, तो you can 5 full seasons Balak was there, 5 full seasons. Kante has been the same, 5 full seasons. Balak won a double. Fateh said it. Kante is on skill definitely much better in terms of what he can do, a team man and everything. But like I'm saying, it's a double pivot. I don't want a destroyer. I want someone who's reliable there. तो इसलिए मैं Balak के लिए जा रहा हूँ. Plus someone who was superb in set pieces. Mata was more of a cam, but I agree. Superb shout for Chelsea, one of the best players. Taha Khan, I'll come to your comment for sure. Fateh, few more minutes if you don't mind. मैं quickly
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
complete कर लेता हूँ. And of course,
हाँ,
chat
हाँ.
यार, match का इतना है नहीं बात
Who
करने के
was
लिए. We'll quickly
who were
summarize
who
that
were
as well.
Conte's midfielders though? I mean, Fabregas I think had problems with him. Then he came back in.
Fabregas and Matic. Fabregas and Matic were probably the main midfield in 2000, and then Kante came on. Na? Kante.
Oh,
So Fabregas, Matic, and N'Golo Kante. So that's what it was. But again, it's my choice. This 11, इसलिए मैं जा रहा हूँ इसके लिए. That's a reality. Fabregas was brilliant. Kante is brilliant. हाँ, अगर मे बी कांटे में चेंज कर दूं, यही चीज नेक्स्ट ईयर पूछो ना, आई माइट चेंज टू कांटे डिपेंडिंग ऑन नेक्स्ट सीजन. दैट आई कैन टेल यू. लेकिन मार्केलेली, अगेन आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद यू, द जॉब ही डिड एट चेल्सी प्रॉब्ली नो वन कुड एवर डू. ठीक है, बट अगेन द फॉर्मेशन एक रीजन मैंने दिया है. सेकंड इज इन चेल्सी एज वेल, मतलब एक पर्सनल चीज होता है ना, इन दैट 11 ऑफ 2004 to 6 for me, Makelele, if you ask me, if you rank the players in terms of favoritism, I would have put him in number 9 or 10.
Really? But he was so important, man. Like,
Very important. Again, don't get it wrong. मैं बहुत important. In fact, I have gone on record saying that all time Chelsea 11 में he has to be there, right? But because it's kind of mine, I'm not telling on merit. I'm telling on basically the person that I would like to see in my 11 in this formation.
what do you
Kante and
think about
Fabregas,
Emmanuel Petit? Like he was a player who, okay, came from Arsenal, Barcelona, but he was
average
also
at best. Average at best. Kante and Fabregas fits perfectly in 4-3-3. अंकित भैया, again मैं आप देखो, मैं एक प्रॉपर कैंप खिला रहा हूँ, मैं एक सेकंड स्ट्राइकर ऑलमोस्ट खिला रहा हूँ. ठीक है, तो आई एम वांटिंग टू प्लेयर्स प्रॉपर कैन रन. तो Fabregas unfortunately cannot fit well. ठीक है, Kante, as much as people say वो DM defensively is brilliant, I disagree. He is more of a destroyer. ठीक है, Makelele was far better compared to Kante in that element alone. Kante is a better player overall. ठीक है, लेकिन like I'm saying, next year Kante को लेता, अभी के लिए बालक, before people cannot get back behind me, and I know this can be clipped, इसलिए मैं reasons दे रहा हूँ अपने. जो ये प्लेयर है, या तो without a shadow of a doubt, the player of the
Hazard.
century, really Zola. In the whole, Zola could play in the hole.
Okay.
Zola has to play in the hole. That's the best position for him, in my opinion. And then we have, I don't know, Fateh, quick comment if you would like to give.
This is very easy for you. Like I already know what's going to come. Like Drogba has to come, Robin has to come, and then Hazard has to come. So don't you think?
That's my 11.
Uh,
That is my 11. You'll call it right. Again, I don't need to answer enough in terms of Hazard, Drogba, and Robin. Robin, my all-time favorite player in football. Drogba is the all-time best striker, but Hasselbank, huge shout out for Hasselbank.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, what a player, man. Yeah.
Ida Good Johnson, huge shout out. Okay. By the way, midfield में हमने miss कर दिया एक नाम, Thiago Mendes. Thiago, he had a brilliant season. He was there in that season जहाँ हमने खाली 15 goals concede किए थे. He did a lot of work. Fair enough. Hazard, Drogba, and Costa, yeah, definitely shout out. लेकिन again, the way he left, I know unfair on him, but that's it. Oscar नहीं यार. मतलब I would have hoped that they would have given De Bruyne a chance. Oscar was brilliant in his day, लेकिन जैसे मैंने बोला, he was fatigued. Too much gameplay made him that player. Unfortunately, he didn't do enough consistently for me. तो वही है problem. लेकिन shout out certainly. लेकिन 100 likes करा दो people, means a lot. Again, people, this is my 11, Chelsea 11 of all time that मैंने देखा है. इसलिए मैंने देसाई को नहीं लिया है, मैंने रूड हुलिट को नहीं लिया है. Pat Nevin also arguably should be there, but again, I was not even born, I guess, when he was in his prime, because he's not English, right, technically. So that's one of the things that you would say. But Robin definitely gets in that position. So this is mine. I don't know. I know, Fateh, you said yours as well. So you made the changes. What you would have picked? Defense.
I would have,
midfield,
just for my heart, I would have, because you have been doing it from your heart, I would have actually put Jesper Gronkiar instead of Hazard, because that was a player
because
that I liked. And Damien Duff, like for me, Damien Duff and Robin coming like that with Gudjonsson. So,
but come on, man, Hazard, you cannot leave Hazard out.
I would leave because see, at that stage, my connection with Chelsea was not the same.
Got it. I understand what you mean.
So, enough. I would leave Hazard out there. Zola, I would have. And the only problem that I have is David Luiz again, because that's a different era. You've seen more of Chelsea. I didn't see more of Chelsea at that stage.
Like I said, it's a very close one, but I think just about again, I know मैंने Gallas को shout out दिया है, मैंने Desai को नहीं दिया. People will be like, are you crazy? But I think the fact is, the Gallas would be a better super sub than Desai. Put it that way in this team, right? So that's the reason I put Gallas there, and of course, Kudicini. The reason I put him also as a shout out compared to others that मैंने नहीं डाला Makelele even. because Cudicini for me did not get enough credit generally as a player as well. मैंने सिर्फ shout out दिया है. And of course, a lot of opinions हो सकते हैं, but fair enough. Jose Mourinho has to be the coach. Come on, वो तो कोई question होना ही नहीं चाहिए. I don't think there is even a iota of a doubt. Ranieri should have achieved more at Chelsea. Hiddink was a part-time manager at best. Ancelotti, brilliant. Like in Jose Mourinho, go to for manager. Thomas Tuchel, shout out for sure. Brilliant. लेकिन हाँ बढ़िया हुआ kind of I know little nostalgic talks like we always try and do sometimes. लेकिन the best part is people who missed it. Do check out Who Am I? The new version has come out. Yes, that is stored on Almighty Blues FC. Do check out our membership as well. Something that you would highly recommend. I'm sure that you would like it because we are planning a lot more perks. But of course, the main thing is that it is the Nations League or that is just gotten over for tonight at least. तो क्या लगता है यार मतलब इन टर्म्स ऑफ द ग्रुप्स मतलब आप ग्रुप A1 में बोल रहे थे अब फ्रांस इज इन रेलेगेशन जोन ग्रुप A2 में स्विट्जरलैंड इज सरप्राइज बट नॉट डूइंग सो वेल ग्रुप A3 में as things stand England are still bottom.
Yeah.
So do England need to panic or do you think Trent not playing etc made a huge difference, Foden not playing?
No, again, I don't think anybody's panicking over the Nations League right now. Everybody, everybody who wants to play the World Cup, they're not going to be looking at this and thinking they want to try players, new players. For example, today, I think Tammy Abraham, can he play that role if Harry Kane is not at the World Cup? To an extent, I think he can, but Harry Kane is Harry Kane, so still a long way to go. But I think it's a good understudy to have. So this is, I don't think, see, these are friendly games. The managers are not going to take it that that they want to win this tournament. They want to try new players. So I think as long as England get to try all the different combinations, it's okay.
Fair enough. Well, obviously, one word on Italy, of course, topping the group with such a young squad. So I was hoping more from Nonto. Nonto,
he came on and almost made a difference. I mean, there was some very interesting. I think he needs to move to the Serie A, man, this summer. I think he's done enough in these games to justify that some club should go for him because this could be a very.
एक सेकंड ये सॉरी ले लेते यार काफी देर से ताहा खान इज आस्किंग सॉरी यार मैं अगेन आई वाज नॉस्टैल्जिक ट्रेल प्रॉपर लेकिन जस्ट इमेजिन वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल रोनाल्डो 84th मिनट 98th plus 4 minute Messi and then 120 plus 4 minute Messi free kick. Yeah, both are goats, man. I don't think it changes anything. Both maybe they'll become greater goats. That's what. Even Ronaldo, man, scoring in a World Cup final will be a huge thing. Or by the way, he actually missed a Euros final where he did not perform well. People can say so. Ronaldo has something left there. You can argue that. But Italy. You are looking at Italy like you're saying that this is probably the way to go at least for the next few months.
Absolutely. Is there one more match left in the Nations League?
In fact, there are 3 more. So every team plays against other team twice. Twice.
No, this month.
This month there is one. There is one more. As you can see on the screen, I think, if I'm not wrong, क्या दिखा रहा है? 14 जून को है. 14 जून को है. इंग्लैंड खेल रही है हंगरी के साथ. And of course, Germany are playing Italy.
My God, that's going to probably be a very difficult game. But so far, I think Mancini gets some credit. All these young players coming in. We need that new generation in Italy. So it's good, more experience for them.
Right. Like, again, you can argue that Germany has really, really underwhelmed. But Hungary, you can again say that they had more to prove in such a tournament. But Germany has something is going to change there, in my opinion. Maybe just more direct players, whatever. Netherlands, they came back very well, defended badly as we have been doing in the recent tournament. That's the main problem. We know that. लेकिन लुई वैन गाल के बाद आने के बाद मैं वापस सोचा यार defense will become more secure. It's looking like we are conceding goals, but at the same time, best part is we are scoring goals as well. Yes, again, we didn't have a first team. A lot of first team players not there. So it's a result I'll take. लेकिन the fact that Memphis missed that penalty, I'm not happy in the end. Poland, you have to give it to them. Proper effort था first half में और they sucked in the pressure. Very good. Wales, just about that 1 point might just be enough for them to stay in the league. लेकिन Belgium, very, very, I mean, most topsy-turvy kind of tournament रहा है Belgium के लिए बजाय. Either very, very bad or very good. So whom are you seeing? यहाँ पर कौन जीतेगा? Netherlands.
Uh, I think so. I think so. Because again, when do the next games take place? Do they take place before the World Cup or after the World Cup? That's also,
नहीं,
is
see,
it?
no, आप देख रहे हो ना यहाँ पर राइट साइड में you can see all the fixtures. So Poland plays Belgium on 14 June and
Oh,
Netherlands play Wales on 14 June and then बाद में सितंबर में है 25th 22nd and 25th September दो और मैच डेज
so
होने वाले हैं.
those, again, coaches will be trying to finalize their final squads. Players who they might not be sure of will be playing those games. So you can't really predict, man. Because see, this is the Netherlands that we see here will be a different Netherlands from the Netherlands that plays the World Cup.
लेकिन this is a great point. September वाला in a strange sense, will you can say that you're playing for the World Cup squad, but I think it'll be a win-win. Like, you also look for momentum. It'll be so close to the World Cup. So it might be interesting, yeah. Those two games काफी interesting हो सकते हैं, नहीं?
Absolutely, but again, players will be overworked then. Middle of the season, coming to September, playing Nations League again, December World Cup. I don't know how this works. Coaches have to be very sensible. They have to rest their players also. You want fresh legs at the World Cup. You want them running for 120 minutes at times. So
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल यार काफी क्वेश्चंस है बाय द वे यार थैंक्स फॉर पीपल स्टेइंग एंड आई नो पीपल आर अप्रिशिएटिंग मी पुटिंग ऑल द हार्ड वर्क बट लाइक आई से ऑलवेज से या दो लोग हो या 20 लोग हो या 200 लोग हो तो जस्ट टू लेट यू ऑल नो व्हेन वी डिड द स्ट्रीम फॉर हु एम आई वी एक्चुअली हैड एक स्टार्ट एक एक पॉइंट पे ऑलमोस्ट 300 लोग लाइव ठीक है विच वाज ब्रिलियंट बट वही अभी नहीं है बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली द टाइम एंड अदर फैक्टर्स इज वेल लेकिन इट डजंट मैटर फॉर अस if you are backing us, we'll be here. No, we'll be taking the questions as much as possible. Of course, we are not able to prioritize based on super chat yahan par, but that's what we are leading towards on Almighty Sports Plus. And later today, we'll be back on this channel as well as the other channel. We are trying to do another Who Am I, or we are trying to do some content on the cricket, as you know, on Almighty Sports Plus. So, आज definitely कुछ content मिलेगा on the cricket because there's a match India South Africa. सेकंड T20 बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैच है फॉर मी एंड ऑफ कोर्स हु एम आई अगर मेरी पैनल अवेलेबल है अगर नहीं अवेलेबल है तो विल ट्राई एंड डू द फीफा वर्ल्ड कप वाला सीरीज दैट मी एंड फतेह बीन टॉकिंग अबाउट सो विल ट्राई एंड डू वन ऑफ देम फॉर श्योर आज देखते हैं टाइम बेस्ड ऑन टाइम एंड अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ द पैनल बट हाँ मोस्ट अंडररेटेड प्लेयर लास्ट में क्विकली ले लेते हैं Fateh, anyone that you remember most underrated? Gronkiar, you would say, probably. I'm assuming.
yeah, because I liked him. He was injured, but whenever he played, he could make a difference. Jesper Gronkia.
मैं
But
बोलूं
you
from
know,
उसी एरा का बोलूं कौन है उस एरा का
uh,
उस टीम
Gudjonsen.
में गुडियॉन्सन वाज वेरी हाईली प्रेज्ड व्हेन ही प्लेड अलोंग विद हैसलबैंक वो प्रॉपर हम प्रेज भी करते थे हाँ अंडर ड्रॉगबा मे बी नॉट मच लेकिन फॉर मी द मोस्ट अंडररेटेड प्लेयर एट चेल्सी who probably does not get what it is because of the relation he had with John Terry. Obviously, you know the answer.
Wayne
Wayne
Bridge.
Bridge. Wayne Bridge, I know he was very, very injury prone. That was the main problem at Chelsea. Lekin when he played, I genuinely feel that, like मैंने बोला ना about Kudicini missing out along with Toldo because of Buffon
Yeah.
in Italy. At left back, Wayne Bridge for England, man. He really missed out on a lot of games. He would have got because of Ashley Cole, obviously. But Wayne Bridge was really underrated for me in that era. हाँ, maybe more recent era में बोलूँगा one of the most underrated. मैं तो बोलूँगा like McAlally is the obvious answer. People rate him after he finished his career. That is the obvious answer. Overall मैं बोलूँगा लेकिन I think more recently फतेह Nemanja Matic again, because of the way he left, I just shouted out he did excellently well. He changed our midfield totally when he came back. Credit to Benfica for the player. He was an attacking midfielder under Ancelotti when he was a youngster, and he came back as a defensive midfielder. One of them, pretty sure, वो है Hasselbank. Maybe
I was about to say, like people keep talking about Drogba and Drogba and Drogba, but Hasselbank, I think those 2-3 years, every year was a 20-goal season.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल और रिमेंबर रनियरी एक्चुअली ट्रीटेड हिम बैडली टुवर्ड्स द एंड वो एक प्रॉब्लम था
Oh.
एक्चुअली अरे यार एब्सोल्युटली जस्ट टुडेस लेट्स सी एज इन हाँ मैंने देखा था राजेश आपका कमेंट आई डोंट नो टेक्निकली मुझे देखना पड़ेगा if you know multiple people can be there but let's see thank you always backing last group game yeah I think that's a possibility that will be interesting if it's last group game absolutely interesting रहेगा absolutely like the stream लेकिन हाँ very recently I think I don't think Chelsea has done that well in the league to say that people are underrated really if I'm being very honest about it But I think one guy gets a lot of flack. And again, people might clip this one as well. During his time at Chelsea between 2013 and
Hmm.
2016, I
Hmm.
would also put 2017. Chalo. So
Mhm.
2013 say 2017, this guy was my favorite player in Chelsea. You think it's probably Hazard? No,
Pedro.
nine.
Then
He used to play as a cam or an attacking sort of winger as well. Willian.
Willian. Okay. Yeah.
Willian was उसका जो work rate है ना,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there was a work rate like that in his position at Chelsea. Andre Schürrle, you can argue, but I think Willian, the kind of longevity he had, just because he had a poor last season or and a half, he doesn't used to score so many goals. People read his stats, but he was a proper balance for that Chelsea team. So yeah, on that note, again a lot of nostalgia, but Ramirez, yeah, definitely. But again, Ramirez had a bad touch on him at times, a bad pass. So I would say Alex. Talk about Tank. Alex is one of them.
Alex. Yeah.
Tank was what we called him. Yeah, current Kovacic is we're not Chelsea fans, but I know neutral fans Kovacic को rate नहीं करते इतना for whatever reason. But yes, thanks यार फतेह. 2.5 घंटे की
No
स्ट्रीम हुई,
problem.
काफी
No
बात की
problem.
हमने. To be very honest, I'm hoping people also agree that आज मैच तो इतने अच्छे नहीं थे, लेकिन I'm hoping our conversation was, as always.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot more content coming in from who am I to FIFA World Cup to transfer stories and whatnot, and cricket, of course, on Almighty Sport Plus. But do not forget Almighty Blues FC. Again, do like, share, subscribe. Fateh, thanks, and hope to see you very soon.
Done. Done.